We open our college football Saturday tripleheader in Austin, Texas. The number 19 Longhorns host the Iowa State Cyclones. Presented today in brilliant high definition by Philips Television.
Texas and Iowa State. Today marks the second season of college football. The Longhorns are coming off a big-time victory, and with an added twist to the offense, a QB with an option to run.
He's in the 20, the 15, the 10.
The Iowa State Cyclones are facing a gut-check challenge in Austin, but they have the tools and the running backs to pull off another Big 12 upset. Iowa State against 19th ranked Texas. The action is in Austin. College football excitement starts now.
No sleeping in for Bevo, not with Big 12 morning football. The Cyclone fans have arrived early here in Austin. Austin Arnaud, the dual threat quarterback, leads the Cyclones. He goes against one of the top defenders in the country for Texas, Sam Acho. Welcome to Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium for Big 12 College Football Saturday, presented by Philips Televisions. Today, Iowa State meets number 19, Texas. Glad to have you with us, folks. Bill Land alongside Dave Lapham for Texas, coming in 4-2. Kind of got the confidence back after that huge win up in Lincoln last week.
There's no doubt, Bill. I mean, they circled the wagons, Mac Brown and his troops. They put on their grown man pads. They went to Lincoln, and they beat the Cornhuskers at their own game. They rushed for over 200 and shut down Nebraska's running game, and they got their mojo back.
And speaking of getting a jolt of confidence, that goes for their quarterback, young Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert played magnificently. Now, he ran the ball for more than he threw it. He had 71 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, only threw for 62. But the coaches want him to add this dimension to his game. A lot of quarterback draws against Nebraska. You know, when he starts using his feet on third down and in the red zone, that's going to really help this offense. Give a two-way go. I'm not saying that he's Vince Young. I'm not saying that he's Colt McCoy. But when he has the opportunity to hurt them in a dual way, that really adds a big dimension to this offense.
Well, Iowa State, no doubt, a little shaky after losses to Utah and to Oklahoma. But they have beaten Texas Tech, and they had a road win last year against Nebraska that was absolutely incredible. So they've got hope.
Well, they do, and they turned Nebraska over 8 times, and Nebraska only scored 7 points. So they're capable. A guy that's going to have to really step up today to help them, though, Alexander Robinson. He is a complete football player. I mean, he can do it all. He's a great running back, obviously. They'll also go empty backfield, put him in the slot. He runs fantastic routes. He's got good hands. He's also a tremendous blitz pickup guy. This is a true 3-down running back, a complete football player, and he is going to have to step up large today if Iowa State is to pull the upset.
All right, we look forward to it. Texas and Iowa State. When we return, Darren Horton in our College Football Saturday studio. You're watching Big 12 College Football Saturday, presented by Philips Televisions.
We choose to go to the moon because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills.
A huge win on the road against the number 4 Nebraska last week, 20-13. And let's go down to Jim Knox with Paul Rhodes.
Coach, coming in a tough place to play a football game. You're going up against a very good defense. They're ranked number 4 in the nation, giving up only 250 yards per game. How do you move the ball? How do you score points against the Texas defense?
Execute with precision. You got to take what they give you. You can't go for the home run all the time. 11 guys got to keep executing.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck. Bill?
Very simple. How hard is it to execute with precision? We're going to find out, Dave.
Yeah, and you know, at some point in time, you do have to chunk Texas. It's hard to go on 8, 10, 12-play drives all the time against a Will Muschamp defense. That's what they try to make you do, and then eventually hope for the mistake.
You see the weather, and in fact, earlier this morning, they cleared the stadium from those that had come in when they first opened the gates because of some severe weather warning problems. But a little showers, nothing serious, and now it's going to be a beautiful afternoon for football. As Iowa State comes in looking for its first win ever in the short series against Texas. Texas winning all 7. The last one in 07 in Ames, 56-3. Texas the winner that go round. And Texas won the coin toss, deferred, and Iowa State will receive the football. Chantrell Johnson, the deep man, as Texas will kick it off here in this Big 12 conference battle. Sims at the 20, broke a tackle, got out of that mess, and then the momentum carries him to the 29-yard line. And that's where Austin Arnaud, the senior out of Ames, Iowa, will get a shot. 7 interceptions, 8 touchdowns this year. He certainly has the ability to pull off the big upset. Consistency has been his problem.
Yeah, and Bill, I think he's trying too hard. He's trying to do too much. Just relax. Let the game come to you. You know, there's that fine line between being perfect and playing football.
You see what he is, a season all-time leader percentage-wise as far as pass completion. And he is also second in total offense in Iowa State history with over 7,000 yards coming in here today. First and 10. And Arnaud will have to use the wheels. Texas closes quickly to the 32, maybe 33-yard line. Ernest makes the tackle. Let's take a look at the Phillips Television's starting lineup. And for Iowa State, the Cyclones up front, they really like the work of the mock. Their center is probably the player. Receiver-wise, Brown, Franklin, their leader, the tight end with 31 receptions coming in. Randall makes the tackle on A-Rob, as he is known. And it'll be a 3rd and short coming up for Iowa State.
And this is where they want to be, Bill. They don't want to be 3rd and 7 more. They want to be 3rd and 4.
Just off the fingertips of the intended receiver that time, Colin Franklin. Leighton Gideon covering in the secondary for the Longhorns. And Phillips Television gives you the Texas defense that has been superb. They are #1 in the nation, or #1 in the conference, #4 in the nation in total defense. As you take a look, Robinson is their leading tackler, and that secondary, Williams, Gideon, Scott, and Brown. And Aaron Williams is the deep man on the punt here. Kirby Vanderkamp took it away. He had a big week against Oklahoma. One of the reasons they were at least gained in field position. Look at Williams, circling, now coming upfield, the 25, oh, he slips at the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. A 51-yard punt, a 7-yard return for Williams, and James White made the tackle.
There is a flag over on the far sideline. The Iowa State sideline may be an illegal block on Texas that got it going.
During the return. Block in the back. On the return team, number 9. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Penalties been part of the problem here with Texas. They were much better last week in the win against Nebraska as Garrett Gilbert leads them on here. And Gilbert, they're wanting him to become more of a leader, and he admits that sometimes he needs to be more of a cheerleader. But as Matt Brown said, you can't be a leader till you've done something. Last week he did something against Nebraska.
Yeah, I think he managed a big football game on the road magnificently, and I think his teammates took notice of it. Now, can we build upon that? That's the key. And a bad sign for Texas, or I should say for Iowa State's offense. Texas got him to go 1, 2, 3 and out. They had Nebraska do that 7 times in 10 possessions last week.
First and 10. Comes out the ground here, complete to Davis, and Davis short of the first down near the 18, tackle by A.J. Klein. As we take a look at Phillips Television presenting the starting lineups now, we'll look at all offense for the University of Texas. As Huey was absolutely terrific last week. Kirkendall's the guy that as Gilbert on the keeper this time, and rambles to across the 31 and a first down.
Well, this is what we're talking about. Gilbert, a little bit of a jet sweep read. The defensive end hammers it down inside, closes it down. Gilbert says, if you're going to play it like that, I'm going to run right outside of you. Move the chains.
11 for 71 running last week, 2 touchdowns against the Huskers. Here's Kirkendall as he connects with him. He comes in with his 24th reception there, not the tackle. And now the Iowa State defense, set by Phillips Televisions, as the Cyclones have been riddled offensively by the opposing teams the last couple of weeks. Klein and Knott both Iowa State on that play.
And Gilbert held onto the ball a little too long that time. Inconsistent with his release point. What Coach Davis is doing as the offensive coordinator, short passing game to get Gilbert's confidence established, and then let him get involved in the running game early in the football game. Build on that confidence that he established last week.
Gilbert here, 3rd and 7. Iowa State, great pursuit of the play against Davis as Leonard Johnson leads the way defensively for the Cyclones.
Very, very sure open field tackle. It's a way to come up and be physical. That's what it's going to have to take to compete with Texas on the road. Physicality. You have to come with your big boy pads on. No question about it.
Benton also there on the play as Lenz will go back to receive here on the punt. And there's a look at John Gould last week. 3 kicks, 46-yard average against Nebraska. They can go with Gould or they can go with Tucker. He's got the rugby style. Can go either side, right or left. Lenz backing up at the 10, lets it go, and it rolls into the end zone before Texas can get a handle on it. We'll take a brief timeout. No scoring early going here in Austin on Big 12 college football Saturday. Shy, or at the 20-yard line, I should say. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. Schmidt in motion there behind the quarterback, and now Arnott takes the handoff. The keeper, Texas, wraps him up shy of the 25-yard line. What about the Chrysler Keys today?
Well, one thing they can't afford is negative plays, Bill. No tackle for loss, sacks, turnovers. Got to stay ahead of the chains. 3rd down. They have to be 3rd down 4 or less, not 3rd down 7 or more. They don't want to suffer 3 and outs and turnovers. They're +6. Texas is -4. They've turned people over 15 times. They've been a very opportunistic defense. That has to continue for them today.
Iowa State with a 2nd down now and 5. Again collapse and come on top with Eddie Jones leading the way. Jones, senior out of Kilgore, Texas, 6'3", 260, coming in with 4 sacks on the season.
Well, what he did there, Bill, was make a quick decision. He made it 3rd and makeable. Instead of taking a sack, he found a lane to run and picked up positive yards. Didn't take the negative play like we were just talking about. Don't take the sack, tuck and run, get all you can. Now you're still alive.
3rd and 2 from the 28 for Iowa State. Arnott. Robinson, great catch. Got the 1st down, motors to the 40, where Keenan Robinson tackles Alexander Robinson.
Well, we're talking about him in the open. He runs routes like a wide receiver, and he catches like a wide receiver. And all he does is run a little wheel route out of the backfield. Nice feathery touch on the football. You have a matchup that you think is advantageous. Running back on linebacker. Although good linebacker, Keenan Robinson. But Iowa State will take that matchup in space.
10 yards on the play and a little razzle-dazzle. The end around, and Texas makes the stop, but not before the 1st down is picked up in the play. Josh Lenz as Robinson tackles him after a 12-yard gain. Curtis Brown also there.
How about the block by Austin Arnott? He's out there like a pulling guard, the big old quarterback. Unbelievable effort. Man, did he have a block on the perimeter. Austin Arnott finished the block and got his receiver to the edge for a big gain.
Arnott goes 6'3", 230 and not afraid to get physical. He's also run for over 1,000 yards in his career. 1st and 10 at the 47. And A-Rob bumps off a defender, gets to the 41 of Texas, where Robinson makes the stop. Let's go back and look again at that previous play.
Watch him. He's going to watch him now. Watch him appear. Here he comes. Hit. Finish Arnott. All right, stay on him. Stay on him. Finish him. That's good effort. That's a quarterback out there.
Alexander Robinson on the second down call, and Alex Okafor, the sophomore from Pflugerville, Texas, makes the stop for the Longhorns. As Iowa State started this drive of the 20, now moved it down inside the 40 of Texas.
And they've run the ball well. They wanted to run the ball between the tackles. You talked about Ben Lamont at the center position. They feel that that's where their strength is. Also, at the left tackle position, Assembly is a all Big 12 caliber player as well.
They average 141 yards a game on the ground. That is 9th in the Big 12. The 35 down near the 32 where Blake Gideon meets him.
A couple of hard-nosed football players right here with a little contact. Woody is blue collar. Nothing fancy about him. He's just going to lower his shoulder pads and try to run through you. Gideon, nothing fancy about him. He wants to slobber knock you backwards. Nice contact in space right there.
Well, Paul Rhodes as well as offensive coordinator Tom Herman said we've got to get a fast start if we can build a little confidence in our club after the shell shockings they've had the last couple of weeks. Then we can drive here for the Cyclones on a 1st and 10 now at the 32. Arnott in trouble and loads it and coming back to catch the football. Heads up play by Darius Darks. The Austin native has Darks nearby Connolly High School, where the pressure was on from Eddie Jones and crew.
Yeah, they were free runners to the quarterback. Iowa State had a problem in protection. Free runner, that's not good. Here comes another one. Unbelievable play by Arnott. You know, receiver found the football, defensive back never saw the football. Darks comes back and helps the quarterback out, makes a play. Excellent effort by quarterback and receiver on that play.
Their players have gone for first down in the last 6 plays. It sets them up now, 1st and 10 at the 20 of the Hornets. 7:29 to go first quarter. Arnott across the middle, bang, a big hit. Incomplete. That was Kenny Vaccaro putting the hit on the Iowa State receiver. Televisions.
Well, separated receiver from football there. Vaccaro is a big-time hitter.
2nd and 10 for Iowa State. Anxious for some scoring after being shut out by Oklahoma last night.
You see, they look to the sideline 80% of the time for a secondary signal of the play. Will Texas adjust defensively late?
Oh no, open that clock a little bit. Hands off to Alexander Robinson. Down to near the 17 where Dustin Ernest makes the tackle for Texas.
Let's take a look at the operation here. Arnott looks to the sideline. Look at the players looking to the sideline. 80% of the time, they're getting their signals from the coach to the sideline. So what will Coach Muschamp do? Does he give them a pre-snap look, disguise some things, then snap the football, but doing something totally different? That'll be something to monitor. That little chess match going on between coaches on the sideline and coaches on the opposite sideline of Texas.
On the 18, it's 3rd and 8. Longhorns bringing it. Arnott steps up. Gets it off, complete, inside the 5, and a touchdown, Iowa State. Darius Reynolds puts the Cyclones on the board. 13-yard play.
Darius Reynolds, somebody that they just moved up for more snaps because he's starting to practice better. A former high school and junior college quarterback. Excellent body control. He can jump out of the stadium. And I'll tell you what, Paul Rhodes liked that drive. Great creation of play with feet by Arnott, and Reynolds finishing the play. Outstanding.
Mahoney for the PAT, and Grant Mahoney, a junior from Marion, Iowa, knocks it through. It is 7-0 Iowa State. Early stunner.
Watch Arnott. Here comes the pressure. All right, step up. Now don't go over the line of scrimmage. Oh, there's Reynolds. Nice. Leads him. Touchdown. That's just very, very fine performance at the quarterback and wide receiver position right there, mirroring each other.
And you see 11 plays, 80 yards, and 5:23 as Arnott and Reynolds for 18 yards on the score. And now Texas will get the football again as Iowa State kicks it off. send it down to buddy Jim Knox.
All right, thanks, Bill Alexander Robinson and the offensive line. I tell you what, got a lot of confidence on that offensive drive right there. Paul Rhodes told his team when they came to the sideline, that's the way to execute. Look for the Longhorns right now. We're talking to Mac Brown. He wants to up that tempo. We're going to see a lot of fast up-tempo plays. Try to get Gilbert jump-started right here, guys.
Yeah, try to get that Iowa State defense tired out a little bit, Knox. They've been in a meat grinder. Utah, Oklahoma, now down here in Texas. You're going to try to get them fatigued a little bit. And we talked about how precise Iowa State's offense had to be with their timing and their execution. They were precise on that 11-play drive, no doubt about it.
I think last week Oklahoma had this Iowa State defense on the field for 95 plays. And they're a little thin already. 1st and 10 here from the 20. Gilbert nearly picked off, intended for Mike Davis. Now for Phillips Television's game break, let's go to Darren Horton.
Bill, in the new Meadowlands, the Fighting Irish stunned early. Ricky Dobbs, the screenplay. Check out the catch by Alexander Teach. He takes it 31 yards to the house, and the midshipmen have a 7-0 lead. Bill.
Thank you, Darren. Huge game back there with the Service Academy anytime going against Notre Dame. Klein makes the tackle here. And this play as we welcome you back here to Austin, where Longhorns now faced with a 3rd down and 4. They picked up 6 on that play after the incompletion on 1st down.
Boy, Sims on that 1st down pass almost picked 6. Great route recognition. Dave Sims undercuts it, did everything to catch the football.
3rd and 4 here. Gilbert, they come after him. He escapes one. Did not get the 1st down.
Whitaker shy of it.
Bailey Johnson covering on the play, going to Fozzie Whitaker.
You have to be aware of where the chains are, particularly if your quarterback's in trouble. You can't leak back up the football field, so if you catch it, you're still short of the 1st down marker. Whitaker understands his quarterback's in trouble. He has to make sure he's past those chains just to go short, and they have to punt it away.
Saw Bailey Johnson and Jacob Latimer put the heat on Gilbert, and now here's Justin Tucker. Remember, Tucker last week against Nebraska was outstanding as well. Averaged over 47 yards a kick, and he gets that great roll, and Lance has to let this one go. And Texas will run it down and down it near the 1-yard line.
That's what he did twice last week against Nebraska. He took a rugby kick to the right and kicked it back across the field to the left, and he pinned him inside the 5-yard line 2 different times. Now he takes Iowa State back to the 1-yard line.
A 70-yarder. We'll be right back with the Cyclones leading. Cyclones, an early leader, 7-0 over 19th ranked Texas here in Austin. Let's send it down to Jim Knox with a Hass avocado kickoff.
Want to remind college football fans to keep that football party going. Hass avocados, fresh creamy Hass avocados. Nothing else will do. Jay Blapham, I got some beer for you here, big guy. There you go. Right.
Knox, a good shot, man. I like that big iron throw. Wish I could grow my hair that long.
It's a good look on him. It means we've got a permanent deal. Well, Iowa State, the good news for the Cyclone fans, yeah, they got the lead. The bad news, that 70-yard run by Tucker's got them backed up, and they've got to go 99 yards to score on this possession.
And be careful. Don't put your team in jeopardy. Be smart.
Yeah, it's okay to punt, right?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible attempt. But Franklin unable to hang on, and he had a little room there, too.
He really did, and that's on Austin Arnaud. Got to be more accurate with the football there. He was wide open, and this guy leads the team in catches. Franklin's their guy, 31 receptions coming in, wide open down the middle of the field between the hash marks. Got to make that completion.
Now the keeper will try to get a little bit of breathing room as he moves it out to the 2. And it's going to be 3rd and long.
And you know what the difference was on that throw, Bill? On the 11-play drive, Austin Arnaud was just laying there. He tried to aim it. Be too fine with it. Just relax and play, just like you did on that 11-play drive. You were outstanding. Don't start to get all right chum back there.
Third quarter
Acho went for the tomahawk chop strip. And it's fortunate for Arnaud he didn't fumble that football. Got to think ball security again. Don't put your team in jeopardy. Nowhere to go with the football. Okay, now get out of the end zone and tuck the ball away. Don't carry it like a loaf of bread. Acho almost chopped it right out of there. Man, it would have been short field for touchdown.
Vanderkamp from the end zone. Going to Brown. Curtis Brown. Right up the middle. 35. Iowa State wraps him there, but Texas literally flipped the field and now has it 1st and 10 from the 35. Iowa State's opening or second drive, Austin Arnaud was outstanding.
11 plays, 80 yards. Look at the creativity here. He just makes a play happen. Creates time and space, and the receiver helps him out. Then he goes to Reynolds. He hit Darks, he hit Reynolds. He distributed the ball right sideline, left sideline. He ran it some. A nice balance of run and pass. Excellent drive. But now here are the Longhorns with a short field.
Trey Newton comes into the backfield now alongside Gilbert. He pitches to Kirkendall. Kirkendall looking for a seam. Gilbert may have to block. He does, but Kirkendall lost his footing inside the 40 at the 38. A loss on the play of about 3 yards for James Kirkendall.
Yeah, the field turf made an unassisted tackle on him. He made about 1 million moves, though. It's a little bubble screen, and he takes it all the way back to the other side of the football field as he tries to cut up the football field. The field turf, unassisted at about the 40 or 39-yard line, makes the tackle.
Kirkendall stays on. Also, John Childs and Marquise Goodwin in the game as wide receivers here. Gilbert, right across the middle. Got Kirkendall just shy of the 1st down at the 26-yard line, maybe the 27. Jeremy Reeves makes the tackles. We look at the Chrysler Keys for the Texas Longhorns.
Well, they wanted to get off to the fast start, get the crowd excited, resell them. Remember the last home game was UCLA, and they want to expound on that running game success they had against Nebraska. And when they get the red zone like they're getting close here, Bill, they want to score 7. Don't settle for field goal. They've only scored a touchdown 46% of the time in the red zone. Not good enough.
Neal makes the tackle on Cody Johnson. Johnson, the junior out of Waller, Texas, is averaging 4.1 per carry. He's been fighting an ankle injury this season. Just about 100% now. Ran for 75 yards and 11 carries against Nebraska last week. Gilbert on the 1st down. Complete, a little underthrown. Goodwin has to come back to pick it up. It does make the reception, though, as Goodwin came in 17 for 171 yards.
Well, did somebody tip that? It looked like he had a funny rotation on it. Somebody might have deflected it at the line of scrimmage, and it was pretty good concentration to keep your eyes on that football by Goodwin.
Johnson puts the head down, barrels across the 20 or the 15 as Johnson brought down by Jake Knott. You've got Knott and Klein. And Knott with 71 tackles, 4th in the league. Klein with 75, is 2nd in the Big 12. And they virtually play every down for this Iowa State defense.
And here in the red zone, they've had their issues. 16 of the last 17 times in the red zone, the opponent has scored. Not all touchdowns, but they've scored. And Texas wants to score a touchdown.
14. Trey Newton trying to muscle up. Iowa State putting that ball up as Knott leads the way.
Okay, decision time here, Bill. If you're a half a yard short, do you say to your offensive line, look, we trust you. We want to score a touchdown in the red zone. We don't want to settle for field goal here. Or do you put points on the board? First major decision in this football game from a game management standpoint for Mac.
And what did Mac tell us yesterday? His defense is living up to the billing. The offense, they took some steps last week, but can we do it back to back?
And really, I think that's one of the factors in this decision, game management overall. Can your defense respond? If you don't succeed, will your defense make Iowa State go 1, 2, 3 and out again, get your offense the football back right away? All those factors are something that's going through Mac's brain right now. And do you say, look, offensive line, if you can't get 6 inches, we don't deserve this football game. I think Mac's going, put the big boy in, put your 250-pound running back in Johnson and say, we got to go for it. I might even run a quarterback sneak with Gilbert. I mean, he's plenty big enough just to fall forward at 6'4", 215 to get some surge up front.
Waller Burnham, the defensive coordinator of Iowa State, looking on here as Iowa State trying to make a stand. Texas trailing 7-0 with 1:25 to go and counting in the 1st quarter. And Gilbert, got it, Dave, just spins off one of those linemen, easily he gets the first down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, you got Kyle Hicks and Huey and you got Snow. Snow's gotten the basically the offensive lineman of the week award twice, and Hicks has got it the other 2 times in their victories.
They hurry up, and Cody Johnson cuts back to down near the 6, and Maggette makes the tackle. Sophomore from Riviera, Florida, Roosevelt Maggette. Connell.
And again,
also in on for the Cyclones.
Sorry, Bill. Again, this is where Gilbert running the football becomes a deal. You have to account for him now with a quarterback draw. That makes it easier to create running lanes for your running back. Gilbert now becomes a factor in the run game. Run a little quarterback draw right here.
Second and goal from the 7. Johnson. Getting close to the 5-yard line. 25 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. We'll see if they get another one off as McDonough makes the stop for Iowa State. Johnson comes down.
Depending on what happens on 3rd down, they're going to have to make the same call. Do I go for it on 4th down if I'm at the 1-yard line, or do I settle for field goal down right here on 3rd down if they don't convert a touchdown?
See the clock winding down, and they'll not get it off here. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Iowa State, an 80-yard drive for a TD with Reynolds scoring from Arnaud on an 18-yard pass. That's what we've got on the board so far here in Austin. End of the first quarter, you're watching Big 12 College Football Saturday, presented by Phillips Televisions.
Hard. How about the average on the 2 punch protections? When you're pulling a 72-yarder, that certainly helps your cause.
3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line to start the second quarter for Gilbert and company.
Trips right here.
Gilbert looking to make it. Turns it up. Did he get in?
Yes.
Yes. Touchdown, Texas. Not trying to stop him, but Gilbert, the second effort, the difference.
Well, I called the quarterback draw 1 play too early. Ray Davis, red zone 3rd down. This is both. This is 3rd down in the red zone. So you get a double dip where you need your quarterback's feet. And the trip formation emptied the box out. Now there's less people congested between the tackle box for Gilbert. And he lunges for him. Oh, they're going to replay that. He's down at the 1-yard line. He did not score. His knee was down. The ball had not crossed the goal line. They're going to have to take another look at that. He is not in the end zone. I mean, that's short of the goal line. His knees are down, and the ball is a yard short, maybe inside the 1-yard line, but they're going to be taking another look at this one, I think.
Yep. So they'll review this play, and I think you're right, obviously. That sets up. Now you're Mack Brown. Okay.
Right.
4th and goal.
Right. And let's take a look. It's Gilbert. Now it's Crazy Legs Gilbert. Lowers the pad level. Left knee down. Well short of the goal line. It's at the 1-yard line. Now, his momentum carries him into the end zone, but he could not keep his knees off the ground before the ball. And remember, the ball just has to tip the ball, has to cross the tip of the goal line only. It doesn't have to be completely in the end zone, but that wasn't even close.
You see what's happened so far as the Big 12 and instant replay this year. And as you're watching at home, I think the thing that caught me there is that the average review is like 120. And
right.
I think that's pretty good, that if we can get it right,
yep.
which they've been able to do, you're really not delaying the game that long. And that's been the whole purpose of instant replay.
No question. I mean, that you have the technology to make sure that you don't make mistakes that are very correctable. Utilize it, and it's not imposing itself in the game.
Review, the player's knee was down at the 1-yard line. Therefore, it's 4th down on the 1-yard line.
Well, we talked about it earlier. What will Mack Brown do? It looks like he's trotting his offense back out there, walking them back out there. He wants to tie this football game up. He does not want to settle for field goal in the red zone. And if they don't score, he's convinced and confident that his defense will force Iowa State with bad field position to punt the football away and give his offense another opportunity. But he doesn't want to worry about that. He wants a touchdown to tie this game.
From the 1-yard line, and they bring Cody Johnson back in the game for Texas. 4th and goal.
Who imposes their will at the line of scrimmage?
Number 7.
lost my pen.
That was early movement up front. Hicks jumped. Hicks was early.
It's against Texas.
Now Hicks lunged out of there too quickly.
Before the play, false start on the offense. Number 64.
Now you got to kick field goal. You can't chance it here. He wanted to blast off that football. He knew they were going to run it the left side of the offensive line. Watch number 64 just lunge out of there too soon. There he goes. Well, he got a heck of a block, though. He drove him 5 yards into the end zone, and he was fired up to do it. He knew he could get it done, but he was just a little bit too early and too anxious. And you don't want to have penalties in the red zone. Self-destruction. That was going to be a touchdown the way they surged from the line of scrimmage. Nullified by mistake.
J.C. Tucker as long as 51 against Rice, 11-13 on the year. This is just like a long extra point. He takes care of business as he knocks it through. But a huge penalty against Texas. It's 7-3 Iowa State. Iowa State still the leader early second quarter. Cyclones have never beaten Texas, but one of the more interesting games happened in this series back in October of '99. Major Applewhite hitting Montrell Flowers for 41 yards. Texas up 14 with 9.5 to go. Following J.J. Moses' 80-yard kick return, Haywood barrels in from 8 yards. Cyclones hold, quickly covers 65 yards. Sage Rosenfeld's 34-yarder to Brantley sets up a TD and a PAT. It's tied at 41 with 3:20 remaining. Texas 3 timeouts to go, and Applewhite leads the Longhorns down the field. Sets it up for Chris Stockton's 18-yard field goal attempt with just seconds left. And Texas, ranked number 12 at the time, won at 44-41. Of course, Major Applewhite on the staff of Mack Brown here now.
And Major Applewhite was a field general. Forget Major. He was a 5-star general. He was extraordinary with his football IQ.
Texas to kick it off here as Tucker boots it. And Johnson running start. And a big stop as he was nailed at the 24-yard line. And Marco Cobbs, the hitter that time for Texas. Coming up later, College Football Saturday continues. First, Pac-10 showdown. ASU will go head-to-head with the Cal Bears. And then under the lights, back to the Big 12. Texas A&M and Lawrence will go against the Kansas Jayhawks. And speaking of ASU and Cal, Green away for the Sun Devils. And Sean Green for the Cal Bears. Moving up that career rushing chart. Out of Pac-10. Will be next here. Most of these stations. 14:01 to go here, second quarter. Cleans it out. And not much doing this time as Robinson is stopped by Sam Acho. First and 10 line is brought to you by Phillips Televisions.
Well, the one thing you got to do on first down, Bill, Tom Herman, the outstanding offensive coordinator, wants 4 yards or more 50% of the time on first down. Against Oklahoma, they only got it 30% of the time. Here they are, second and a long 9, short 10. They're behind the chains.
Cannot connect, well covered over there on the sideline. And send it down to Jim Knox.
Okay, but I'll tell you what, this Iowa State defense really hit. Paul Roach has challenged his team to come out and really hit hard. Really hitting hard today. It's going to be that kind of game. A hard-hitting defense.
Moxie, he's going to get his head across the bow, man. He can't put his head behind him when he hits it like that. Teach him how to tackle, Moxie. You played the game.
We don't want any more injuries either. Moxie survives Ralphie out of Colorado. Now Sai putting the hit on. This one just off the fingertips of the Texas defender, and that was Curtis Brown. Nice job of batting away. Intended for Silver Johnson.
Well, didn't have any success on first down. Sometimes that leads to third down failure. Third and long. Great effort. Boy, tremendous coverage. Placid's a receiver, goes airborne, almost makes that one-handed catch. Full extension by Curtis Brown. Beautiful effort.
bigger pardon, that was Jake Williams, the intended receiver. Aaron Williams is deep as the left-footed kicker Kirby Vanderkamp knocks it away and gets a great roll. Where the kickers having a huge day. And Iowa State this time will down it inside the 2-yard line. A 75-yard punt for Kirby Vanderkamp. We'll be right back.
Want to put your team in jeopardy. And remember, Iowa State went to Franklin on first down. Could have been outside the 20-yard line and can't connect on the football. Don't throw it accurately enough when they tried to utilize their big tight end down the middle. What will Texas do on first down? Will they be aggressive or more conservative?
And Iowa State's got to feel pretty good in the fact that Texas got the ball on the Iowa State 35, and they end up holding them to just a field goal. Cody Johnson gets the call here to get it out of the end zone just shy of the 5 for a Phillips Television game break. Let's go to Darren Horton.
Bill in Evanston, another of the unbeatens in trouble. Northwestern's Dan Persa punches it in for 3 yards out, and number 7 Michigan State in a 10-0 hole in the second.
And Michigan State, beware of the Cats when you go into Evanston.
I'll tell you, in Wisconsin, watch out for Iowa. It's not going to be an easy one for sure.
Interesting matchups here today. Going deep. And it is incomplete. Intended receivers, Goodwin, Leonard Johnson covering. Fans thought there should have been a flag on the play.
Well, they were both chicken fighting. Both cornerback and wide receiver were using their hands on each other. And it's a one-on-one matchup. You gotta win on that one-on-one matchup. And you see at the very, very end of it, man, Gilbert can't believe that the flag wasn't thrown. Leonard Johnson may have gotten away with it. It was back and forth contact. Leonard Johnson had the final push that basically took the receiver Goodwin to the ground.
So Texas now 3rd and 7 from its own 5 for Gilbert out of the end zone. Great protection. Incomplete. Kirkendall, the intended receiver that time. Jeremy Reeves was there.
Well, that was undercut the route. That was pretty darn good coverage. The fans think that there was contact by Reeves before the arrival of the football. Gilbert can't believe it. The offensive line does a phenomenal job. There's 5 yards of separation. He can pro hop into the pocket and throws the strike. It's just short arm, just a little bit by Kirkendall, and the fans thought that Reeves contacted Kirkendall right there before the arrival of the football. The left arm, the left shoulder pad, contacting a little bit, no call. Bang, bang play. Super slow-mo is nice, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. Ends the punt return, fair catch, and just as Texas had the opportunity, now Iowa State with the short field following the punt inside the 40. We come back, Darren Horton in our College Football Saturday studio. The tackle.
The difference in the game, Bill, so far is the Cyclones go on an 11-play drive, 80 yards for a touchdown. Texas goes on an 11-play drive, 29 yards for a field goal. So, I mean, Texas has had to work hard for every yard.
2nd and 6 from 33 for the Cyclones.
So you can see the players looking the sideline. The coaches check the play for them. Now the World Muschamp disguise coverage here after the snap.
Close to the first down as he gets to the 28. Eddie Jones, the tackler for Texas. Robinson coming in and passing it is Haywood today, number 5 all time on the Iowa State rushing chart. And another Robinson tote. He easily gets the first down to the 25 as Keenan Robinson makes the tackle this time.
You know, they're running the football between the tackles very, very well. And the key to that, number 63 in that white jersey, Big Ben Lamont, the center. This kid started his career as quarterback, went to right tackle, right guard into center now. Very intelligent. Austin Arnott's roommate. He's snapping the ball to his roommate. He's getting it done up front. Very, very effective today, the big fella.
He's led Iowa State to 6 first downs now. Texas has only picked up 3. 10:43 to go in the half. It's a first and 10 at the 25. Arnott right across the middle. And Iowa State will get another first down as Colin Franklin, David talked about him. Last week he had 6 catches against Oklahoma. He had 6 against Texas Tech in their win and a touchdown. Gideon the tackle here.
Well, when you run the ball between the tackles, all of a sudden you can run the tight end down the middle in the passing game.
And Robinson blows his way. Touchdown! No signal. He is not in. He is stopped shy of the goal line. Iowa State is convinced those players on the field are going, touchdown. Paul Roach goes, no.
Yeah, not yet. We got another snap. Let's see on this replay. Now they do the first one. Was blown. It was at the 1-yard line. Gideon hits him, and he's going the knee. I think that's a touchdown. The official overreacted. I think they're going to take another look at this one, don't they?
First and goal. And Robinson is stopped shy this time.
Wow. I'll tell you, that was huge. They marked him a little bit short, and he lost yardage on that particular snap. Man, Gideon and Robinson collide in space in the middle of the football field. And it was close. It was bang. But the official, the first time, missed it by Brendan Gideon. He thought, same thing happened twice.
Paul Roach didn't call a timeout. Could have given him a chance to have a second look at it, possibly. Second and goal. Robinson. Danilo sticking replay, he says.
Good point. On the option, and pitch it to Robinson. We talked about how he had to be a big factor in this football game. We've seen him catch it. We've seen him run it. He's been good in the blocking aspect of it. He is a 3-down player, a complete running back.
So Robinson picks up the touchdown. Now, their win against Texas Tech was one of his games over 100 yards. He had a TD and carried 12 times for 103. His touchdown, and now the point after by Mahoney, which is good. And Iowa State's quieted this big crowd with this play.
Nice play by the holder. Took a bad snap, made the touchdown after Robinson on the option.
What we're looking for is one winner.
I can't believe that wasn't a touchdown. He says, I'll do it on this one. Run the option. Acho's not going to catch him. Unbelievable performance by Robinson. He has to play big today for Iowa State to win, and he's playing very well. They have an 11-point lead.
Longhorn fans, concerned look right now as Iowa State has come in here and put them on their heels.
Off the left team.
That win for him.
You know, Bill, in Mac Brown's career, they've only lost 2 games in a row 5 times in 13 seasons. The last time they lost 2 home games in a row was 1997. Their last game at home here was UCLA. Mac Brown can rally his troops, circle the wagons, as well as any coach at any level in the country. Let's see if Texas regroups.
Onside kick and recovered by Iowa State. Oh, mama! They had everybody in the ballpark fooled. There was no Texas player even close.
Paul Rhodes is unloading the chamber. He's firing every bullet out of the gun. He basically pulls, I mean, the element of surprise is the biggest deal when you go for a gadget or gimmick play. Onside kick, perfectly executed, knew that it had traveled 10 yards. Downing the football is Jeremy Reeves. Paul Rhodes says, thank you. I mean, that's a gutsy play. If it backfires, Texas has short field. They execute, and now they can pour it on, try to gain more of a point advantage here.
9:22 to go in the second quarter, and if nothing else, the crowd seems so on defense. Better get back. Look at this one. That's incomplete. As again, they were going to Darius Reynolds, who scored their first touchdown. Blake Gideon was covering.
Oh, man, what you have to do, you put way too much air under this football. Gave Gideon an opportunity to recover. It's the flea flicker. pitch it back to the quarterback. Little too much air underneath the football. Gideon has an opportunity. If you put it more on a straight line, Gideon can't get there. That could have been a touchdown. Austin Arnold did not account for Gideon when he released that football. It was in the ball trajectory.
Hey, we're playing with house money right now.
Well, they're going after it.
Second down and 10, and on now. A flag is thrown as he is brought down at the 43-yard line. Shockey Brown, the tackler for Texas.
Paul Rhodes took out his Sean Payton mojo.
Yep.
Remember, Sean Payton in the Super Bowl goes onside kick to start the second half. Element of surprise. Paul Rhodes said, I'm going to do the same thing.
Holding on the offense. Number 75. That's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat. Second half.
Hayward Hicks, yeah. And now Iowa State, though, faced with second down and forever. Can they make it?
And they don't self-destruct. I mean, they don't turn it over. They have very few turnovers. And they don't, they're the second most penalized team in the conference. They don't beat themselves.
And Texas with a huge penalty that may have cost them a touchdown. They had to set up for 3 points. Right on the one possession that they did score. And Hicks. Speaking of turnovers, that one slipped off the hands of Franklin, and Texas had an opportunity to pick one off. Gideon covering.
You just can't hook up with Franklin. Franklin's in the slot. He's going to run a little underneath shallow cross. Man, it's to him. He'll say he needs to catch that 99 times out of 100. And Gideon almost got that interrupted. It was a fire up there.
4th and 20 now. Austin Arnold, and the crowd starts rolling here at Hurricane Texas Memorial Stadium. Fishbowl horns to get back in this thing. And now they come under pressure. And he throws it away. So Iowa State will have to punt it away and does not be able to take advantage of getting the ball on the onside kick.
Well, Mac Brown knew it was going to be this kind of football game. You know, he said Iowa State, their backs to the wall. They're going to fight their guts out. They'll be pumped up. Paul Rhodes, the head coach, is going to run it. Gadget, going to play his guts. Doubles, fake punts. And that's what's going on.
Vanderkamp, another big punt. This one is fielded by Curtis Brown to the 30. Brown needs a block. The 50. Broke out from behind, but not until he gets into Iowa State territory at the 40.
That's what you have to do when your offense is struggling. Special teams can be the biggest play in the football game. We've seen 70-yard punts. Now we see a return that flips field position by half the football field. When your offense is struggling to find an identity, make them travel a shorter distance. Outstanding effort. I mean, good vision, set up his blockers, and Brown took full advantage of the scene.
40-yard return after a 51-yard punt. So Texas right back where it wants to be.
51-yard punt, then 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40 for the Longhorns. Davis with the reception. Someone really got a hand on that throw. Now Patrick Neal got a touch on it as we take a look at the return.
Look at that fake. You know, you got to stay in your lanes. That time, these two people ended up right behind each other, and Brown cuts up underneath them. And now he's just making people miss in space. Once you get the speed of Texas in space, one-on-one, tough matchup.
2nd and 8 at the 38 for the Longhorns. Gilbert. Pushes it near the 1st down. He needs to get to the 30s, but a yard shy. Again, Patrick Neal there for Iowa State junior from West Des Moines, Iowa.
Well, when you have the quarterback running the football with the back in the backfield with them, it's a 2-back set. They don't account for the quarterback in the run game.
Gilbert hands off to Cody Johnson. Johnson breaks the tackle, got the 1st down, and stopped near the 27.5.
Boy, special teams could have been a big momentum builder for Iowa State. Texas hung on, and then the punt return sets up this drive. 250 pounds. He's going to run through you, and Johnson does exactly that. He's their short yardage goal line specialist.
Gilbert, their leading rusher again today, 4 for 27 on the ground. Johnson, 6 as Davis, receiving end here. He stutters his way down inside the 20-yard line. where David Sims meets him. Sims who had 17 tackles in the Oklahoma game.
Nice block by Childs on the perimeter for Davis. And that bubble screen action, getting him started. Trips to the left.
Gilbert 8 of 12 for 33 yards. Passing game, and Texas goes to 17.
Well, going to be Andrew Longhorn getting up very slowly and limping around a little bit. And that's Walters. Big old number 67, the right guard, limping a little bit, but he's staying in there.
Causing a little bit of carry. Now Gilbert sees him with a 1st and 10 at the 17. Wrapped up quickly after the catch. Leonard Johnson.
Well, first foray into the red zone, settled for field goal. Second opportunity, what's going to happen? It picked up and get it off the field under his old Powers. Goodwin getting some medical attention on the sideline.
Top out of Garland, Texas, the NCAA long jump champ. 17 receptions. Now, Gilbert. The second. Intercepted by Iowa State in the end zone. That's Michael O'Connell with the pick. O'Connell gets the INT, and Iowa State's defense holds again.
Michael O'Connell battling injuries himself. He wasn't going to quit on that play. Okay, red zone, first opportunity, field goal. Second opportunity, no points. Ends up in interception. The 6th time on the season Texas has been in the red zone and got nothing out of it. Turn your head, find the ball. Perfectly played. Ball is underthrown because O'Connell played it perfectly. He makes the interception. Gilbert's got to get it out. The back of the end zone underthrows the football. O'Connell is right there for the taking.
And Iowa City gets his first interception of the season. And Iowa State takes over with 5:50 to go in the half. And again, they go right back to that ground game. This time Jeff Woody, the freshman from Pleasant Hill, Iowa, came in averaging 4.6 a carry. Sam Acho makes the stop.
So the formula that Nebraska used, or Iowa State used to upset Nebraska and Lincoln was red zone defense, and they forced a lot of turnover. This red zone defense, they force a turnover. That's what has to happen on the road to compete in the Big 12.
Arnott out of the shotgun here with the Cyclones leading 14-3. Handoff, not much doing on that play as Woody again on the carry. Vaccaro makes the tackle. Iowa State has touchdowns from Darius Reynolds, an 18-yard pass from Arnott, and then Alexander Robinson, a 1-yard TD run. Paul Rhodes, all the stops as his ball got the toughest schedule in NCAA this year. After going against Utah, Oklahoma now here in Austin, they have the upper hand of the moment.
And they have to play Nebraska next week. I mean, it's murderer's row.
Catch shy of the first down on that 3rd and 3.
Arnott brought him back a little bit too far. This is why Franklin is an NFL prospect. Look at that extension and fingertip catch as he makes it go to the turn. Man, that's unbelievable. Get your hand underneath the football, young man. Take a bow. 6'5", 252 pounds. That athletic in space. I love that super slow.
Down with the stop, and on the 4th down, how big a stop? What forces him to punt it away? And Vanderkamp has it bounce out on the Iowa State side near the 27-yard line. For the Cyclones, we mentioned that schedule. They come in at 3-4, 1-2 in Big 12 play. And the BCS rankings that came out, they have played or will play 7 of the top 22, and you see Oregon State and Texas A&M along with UCLA the next toughest with 5 of those top 25.
Amazing. They played Iowa, who's number 15 right now. Kansas State, who's number 22. Utah, number 9. Oklahoma, 1. Texas, 19. Nebraska, 16 coming up. Missouri, 11. Who don't they play? I mean, it's unbelievable. So they're tungsten steel tough right now.
Now, here comes Texas with a little misdirection. Bringing around the 30, just shy, and a flag is thrown as Goodwin was upended there, and Reeves making the tackle. Marquise Goodwin, the ball carrier.
Block in the back. 72. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. First down.
So as the sun comes out, the cloud of penalties comes back to haunt Texas possibly. Mitchell was the culprit there.
Yeah, there it is right there. You see the big tackle pushing the cornerback in the back from behind. Yeah, they do get a break, Bill. They do have the Jayhawks, Iowa State does, before they have to take on Nebraska. But, man, that's a stretch of a true gauntlet.
Texas A&M deceiving from the University Station. This pass is complete by Gilbert, and they're going to spot it near the first down marker. Leaves the tackler on the play.
I think it moves the chains where they spotted it. This has to be a timing pattern. Ball is already in the air. Before he makes his break, the ball is in the air. That's just quarterback and receiver working on that rep after rep after rep.
Hales on the receiving end that time. It is a 1st and 10. Gilbert on the move. Oh, it should have been picked off. Oh, goodness gracious. Sims going. Couldn't have thrown it to me any better.
Boy, Sims has had 2 opportunities. In the first drive, he could have had a pick 6. And Gilbert's going to find out in the Big 12 when you throw back across the field late, it's going to be an issue. And Sims just sitting there in center field, a lurking safety in center field, just playing his zone responsibilities, everything but proper ball skills. Great position. You got to catch the pin.
Stopped at the 45-yard line. A.J. Klein making the tackle for the Cyclones. Picks up 9. Another one to get the first down.
And now there's 2 minutes and 42 seconds to play. There's plenty of time. Now what you have to worry about is execution. They've got 3 timeouts left. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Remember, in college football, when the chains move, the clock stops. Time's not an issue. Execution and precise execution is the issue now for Texas.
We'll reset the game clock as Goodwin being attended to. He had back-to-back plays where he got shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, he's almost like they're checking his vision or something. I wonder if he lost the contact.
As
Please reset the game clock to 2:46.
2:40 is what they're trying to get the game clock set to. Is that what he said?
2:46, I thought.
2:46?
2:47 is what it's at right now. Well, what's a second, right? Tell Texas that against Nebraska in the Big 12 championship game. What's a second here and there? No big deal.
There it is. The crowd gives the old Bronx cheer. It's down to 2:46.
Attaboy, timer.
That frozen finger.
So 3rd and 1. And
Johnson time.
Johnson pulls his way as Klein finally brings him down. Texas desperately trying to get a little momentum, Dave. Not only get the end zone, but carry into the second half.
I had a teammate by the name of Pete Johnson. When we went to the Super Bowl in 81-82 season, Cody Johnson reminds me of Pete. Low, powerful, big body guy.
Gilbert. Nearly picked off. A nice catch made on the play. And another first down inside the 40-yard line. As Childs on the receiving end.
Yeah, A.J. Klein underneath, almost outlasts support, thrown behind him. That's a great play. And A.J. Klein thinks he has an interception. That's just thievery. I mean, on the streets, that would be, you'd be in prison for that kind of thievery. That's just a tremendous play by Childs.
8th first down for Texas. Trey Newton. And Newton. Scampers to the 32. Jacob Latimer there.
Okay, now, between the 20s has not been the issue. They get in the red zone, that's when they have problems. The offense starts to stall. Because of false start penalty, and then interception, no points.
And an Iowa State player is down, so they'll tend to him. And
Legit.
As Majid, Roosevelt Majid, slow to get up.
He's too legit to quit. He'll be back.
I knew it was coming.
Come on, Hammer. It's hammer time.
He's up here going, beat you to it, didn't I? Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, just maybe, I wonder if he's either cramping or he's just a little bit of an issue with that right knee. Looks like more than a cramp.
Texas came in here a huge favorite today, and Iowa State has set them back, and now the Longhorns trying to regain a little momentum, even if they can't gain the lead before the half, as Majid goes off. And again, Iowa State, they've got some talented players, but they're the first to tell you they're a little thin. And going through this schedule that we've talked about, and Paul Rhodes has been forced to play his frontliners for the entire game in many cases.
Majid, 6'1", 239, undersized defensive end.
Davis able to hang on as Benton there.
I mean, they're bringing the wood today. This is Big 12 football. In the Big 12, there's contact, and that's perfect. No helmet to helmet. That's just trying to separate a receiver from the football legally. No targeting. That gets your head across the bow in front. That's good football.
Texas again runs it on the board. Short for the first down is Newton. Trey Newton, the sophomore from Southlake, Texas, came in averaging 3.7 a carry. Scored 3 touchdowns this season, all in the Rice game where he had 61 yards rushing.
And he's looking more comfortable. That hip pointer has been bothering him for a long time. Looks fluid today.
Incomplete. Intended for 9, Malcolm Williams. Leonard Johnson, the cover guy for Iowa State.
Well, I thought he kind of grabbed on his body a little bit as he was running by him. He's got that left arm, his arm barring him a little bit, and a desperation dive. Some contact there. You know what? It wasn't catchable, though. You have to keep him in the field of play. The ball sails out the back of the end zone. No opportunity to make a play on that football.
Good no call. Inside a minute now with Texas. 2nd down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Touchdown. And Whitaker. Ozzie Whitaker on the receiving end. A.J. Klein makes the stop. Timeout Longhorns at the 19-yard line.
That's their first timeout they've used.
Well, we've talked about Nebraska coming in here having beaten Texas Tech, but also gaining momentum after last year going 7-6, and the opportunity to beat Nebraska in Lincoln. Dave, you did the game. One of the most incredible wins in a long time.
It was a watershed game for Iowa State. I mean, they had injuries, they had illness, and they kept turning Nebraska over in the red zone, inside the 5-yard line. They fumbled 4 times, 2 of them for touchbacks. It was incredible. They turned Nebraska over 8 times. Nebraska only scores 7 points. Iowa State in Lincoln wins 9-7, and it was a massive, massive victory for the Cyclones.
Zach Lee intercepted by Jesse Smith at the end, 9-7, and Paul Rhodes in the locker room. You'll never get tired of listening to the postgame.
I could not be proud. No, I am so proud. Listen to me! I am so proud to be your friend!
I mean, hey, you get tired of rooting? You get tired of Hoosiers? Heck no, you can't see that enough. Everybody wants to play now. And Texas comes back, thrown in the end zone again, and Gilbert trying to connect with John Childs, the one-time quarterback Sims was covering.
Every time I see that shot of Rhodes talking to the team, I want to tape my ankles up and go. Out of pocket, 2-way go for Gilbert. Run throw. Just a little bit wide. Little bit of separation. Nice route is run. Just a little bit wide. That's good coverage by Sims, though. He is there for contact simultaneous to the rival football.
Tucker going for a 37-yard field goal attempt. Snap good. The hole is, and no good. So Texas struggling inside the red zone.
Boy, special teams. How about the onside kick, the missed field goal, the punt return of 40 yards? Special teams have been pros and cons for both football teams today. Little high snap. Again, Holder does a good job in getting it down, but it disrupts the timing a little bit. Kickers are sensitive about that. Goes right over the upright, but from this angle, it looks like it goes inside. This angle, let's see if it goes outside the upright. It is outside the right upright. That's a good call. It hooks into the upright after it's already passed by it. Boy, a little too dicey.
So Iowa State pretty much silences another sellout crowd here in Austin. And Paul Rhodes and the Cyclones up 14-3 at intermission with the clock winding down.
You look at the last 6 quarters at home. They lose to UCLA handily. Their next home game, this is it. They wanted to resell their program to their fans here locally, and they're down 14-3 to Iowa State. It has not been a good 6 quarters of football. Remember, Texas, the last time they lost back-to-back home games, 1997.
And 5 of their last 6 games, starting with today, are here. So they're going to build toward momentum and still making something of this season to their standards. They're going to have to turn it around. Well, what does Paul Rhodes think? Let's find out as we'll send it down to Jim Knox.
All right, thanks, Bill. Coach, I tell you what, you told us before the game you got to execute. You're doing that on offense. Defensively, you're just about closing them out of the end zone.
We're doing a nice job. We're playing the entire length of the field with our defense and not giving up when they get past their 50 and get some first downs. And offense, we're staying out of 3rd and long.
What are you going to tell your team at half?
Keep playing. We came to play all game long. We got a long second half left to play. We got to keep playing.
Coach, thank you for the time. Halftime in Austin, Texas, and Iowa State leading Texas 14-3.
Something.
Them to be up 11 at the half on the road in Austin.
There's plenty of highlights to take a look at. Let's go ahead and gander.
Well, we talked about a guy that had to step up large for Iowa State to succeed. Alexander Robinson, 12-yard reception here and a little wheel run out of the backfield. And then 10 very physical carries between the tackles, getting after the Longhorns. Then give him the option to the outside. He took it to the doorstep, and they let him get into the house with that carry. And Iowa State's defense has supported the effort. Interception right here. O'Connell plays it perfectly, turns to find the football, and underthrow by Gilbert. Red zone interception. Look at the hits. Separate receiver from football, or at least try. Pressure on the quarterback. Iowa State has played a complete football game for head coach Paul Rhodes, and he is happy with the half of play.
Our Geico players to watch. Alexander Robinson moving up the all-time career rushing charts at Iowa State to number 5. More importantly, though, a big touchdown here today. And Garrett Gilbert, 15 of 23, just 85 yards, though, and an interception. They have yet to really bust a big play against this Iowa State defense. Our eHarmony.com first half stats. And look at the yardage, 77-72 rushing Texas, the favored. Passing yards, Texas 85-60, but scoreboard in favor of Iowa State.
The one thing that doesn't show here, Iowa State 2 for 2 in the red zone. Texas 1 for 3. They kicked the field goal, interception in the red zone, and missed the field goal. 1 for 3 in the red zone, and it's killed the Longhorns this year.
And we're set for the kickoff now. Iowa State to move to Texas up 14-3. And Greg Mahoney ready. Texas on the return. Monroe spinning out near the 29. A moment ago, Jim Knox had a chance to catch up with Mac Brown to get his thoughts.
All right, Coach, you know Iowa State was going to come out and empty all the chambers. You guys had a couple of turnovers. What'd you tell your team at half?
Told them we got to get rid of the Nebraska thoughts. We sat around, thought about them. Iowa State's a wounded team. They haven't played well for 2 weeks. We knew they were going to come in and play their best. This game's not near from over. We got to go back, be positive, have more urgency, and quit making mistakes on offense that are keeping them from scoring.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Bill?
Thank you, Jim. That is it in a nutshell for Mac Brown. They come out firing. Good one from Gilbert. Stays in bounds, then steps out after he's got the first down, I believe. We'll take a look here. Here's the first half possessions for the Longhorns.
Well, look, 11 plays, 29 yards. That's working awful hard after settle for the field goal. 13 plays, just 55. Miss a field goal. Red zone interception. Not good enough.
Nice job there. Let's revisit the Texas keys here today.
Well, first thing they wanted to do was get off to a fast start. Nope, that didn't happen.
Gain the 43, first down,
They wanted to
Texas, at the
dominate
43.
that. Nope, that's even Steven. Red zone, in problems we're already talking about it. 1 for 3, not good enough.
At midfield.
Goes pass complete to number 84, Marquise Goodwin.
David Sims once again making the
Owen Sims on the tackle. Gain of 7 on the play. Second and
Boy,
3
he could have had a
in
couple
the
of
field.
interceptions that might have been big plays. Only 1 interception, 1 turnover in the first half. He could have had a couple of others.
Trying to get back to midfield. Not much success in that effort.
I'll tell you who's got to be pretty proud is Wally Burnham. They got a disappointed and frustrated looking fan base here in Austin, Texas. But Wally Burnham, his kids are playing hard. I mean, they're moving up front. The defensive line's not standing there as a solid target for the Texas big hard-nosed offensive line to hit their moving target. And his secondary is playing very, very well in those zone coverages.
The Iowa State coaches were telling us, hey, players are so much more resilient than coaches. They get over it much quicker. And Gilbert stays on his feet after taking a foul. Good try to shovel pass.
Well, it's legal. He had not crossed the line of scrimmage. That's an incompletion rather than take a loss. He almost turned it over, though, but he knew where he was in the field. He had not crossed the line of scrimmage, and he did a forward pass, a shovel pass, to cause the incompletion. But look at the stick. And he realizes, I have not gotten near the line of scrimmage. I can still throw this thing away. But he almost throws it right in the mush of the big down lineman.
Is that Johnson?
Hit him right in the face.
He's going, try that again, please. Just give me a warning.
Bailey Johnson, Gilbert bailed out of the play to Bailey Johnson. But Bailey Johnson could not. It stunned him, hit him right in the smush.
Wow. On it away here. This time it's Tucker. Lenz is the deep man. Wants the fair catch in. And does. And it'll be Iowa State ball near the 14. Here's the problems for Texas today.
Well, they've been their own worst enemy. Kyle Hicks, early. He has a great block, but he's been offside a false start every game this year. And then the interception. O'Connell finds the football, underthrown ball by Gilbert. No points in the red zone. Then another red zone opportunity. Pushed it right. Don't execute and finalize. Texas has had opportunities and not capitalized. Can't shoot yourself in the foot too many times. You're already missing too many toes.
So Iowa State, first possession, second half, 14-3. Austin Arnott hands off Alexander Robinson. Nice surge to the 20. Keenan Robinson, the tackler. What about the Cyclone possessions in the first half?
Look at this one. They went 11 plays. They go 80 yards. 7 plays, 37, and they finished them. They finished better than Texas did. They got in the red zone twice. They pounded it in for 14 points. Texas left 7, 10, at least 11 points on the football field in the red zone.
2nd and 4 at the 20 for the Cyclones. Robinson again stopped at the 20. The Iowa State keys brought to you by Keisler. Let's revisit those.
Well, the one thing Iowa State could not afford to do was no negative plays. The only one was the last play of the half. That's a big plus. 4 and 9 on 3rd down. That's winning football against Texas. They're winning the turnover down. They came into the game. They were +6. Texas was -4. Now they're +7. Texas is -5.
4th down and 4 from the 20. The first down moves the chains as Dustin Ernest makes the tackle at the 31-yard line.
Well, when you have a weapon, keep loading it and firing it. And Robinson's a weapon. Run him. Ran him 10 times in the first half. Throw it to him. He caught a pass for 12 in the first half. Throw it to him again. Paul Rhodes knows I have to utilize Robinson to pull this upset.
Robinson came in as their second leading receiver with 19 receptions and rule prior to today. That's first and 10 Iowa State. And on the other side, cannot connect this time, though, with Darius Darks, who's from here in Austin, as Gideon makes the coverage on the play.
And remember, a big key for Iowa State, first down. They want to get 4 yards or more 50% of the time. I venture to say they were close in the first half.
2nd and 10 from the 31.
Good blitz pickup guy, too.
Non-option. Woody in the play. Texas strings it out nicely, pushes him out. The 34, Aaron Williams on the play.
And Woody brings the wood now. He gets everything out of every run. He just runs behind his pads so very, very well. Big 3rd down right here. Texas wants to get out of the field. Iowa State 3rd down.
4th down and 7. Getting after it. Robinson back in. Next time out in the backfield. Catch up to it was Darius Reynolds.
It's a good thing it was deflected, Bill, because he was open.
Yeah.
He was on a shallow cross, and he was breaking wide open, and Arnaud shaking his head because this is the play that he completed to him for a touchdown, going the other way. And look at this. Get the mucker up and knock it down. Good job by the big fella in the middle. And that's Brandon Keaston. Keaston Randall does an outstanding job of getting his hand on that football.
Punt will sail out of bounds, and Texas will get the football back. Pretty good field position. We'll have it in just a moment. The Longhorns, first and 10, going out of bounds on the punt. They're going to get the 34.
Well, I got a number about the red zone that's going to put the line after this snap.
Garrett Gilbert. Monroe, who had a 60-yard run in the Oklahoma game and hadn't carried it since. Nicely done there. Sims the tackle.
Now, little jet sweep. Can he scoot? Oh, yeah. He's got some explosiveness. Doesn't even look like he's running fast. I mean, that's when you guys get true speed, when he's just gliding along the field and he's moving faster than anybody. I'll get to that red zone after this snap, maybe.
All right, you saw Malcolm Williams leading the way in the block there.
Yeah, and here's 29 times they've been in the red zone, Texas. They've come away with no points now. 7 out of their 29 penetration. That's real.
This pass as Hales with the reception and gets to the 46-yard line. Johnson, the tackle, first and 10 line, brought to you by Phillips Televisions. Well, Texas last year averaged 39 points a game, 3rd in the nation. Only 24 so far through the first 6 games this year.
They're still struggling to find a rhythm and an identity.
Now talking about the offense and how they got to trust one another. They made steps against Nebraska, but Iowa State's had them on the ropes for that. Gilbert finds a receiver here, Trey Newton, and Newton scrambles quickly for the first down inside the Iowa State 35 to the 34, where Zach Sandvik makes the stop.
One thing Garrett Gilbert can do is be aware of where he is on the football field. He knows he's approaching the line of scrimmage, but he can still get rid of it. And he made the defense commit to him to come up to make a hit on him, and he just dumps the football off very, very well to Trey Newton. Good eyes, good awareness, good execution.
21 yards on the pickup. Officials pulled play up to get the first down chains, I believe, straightened out over there on the Iowa State sideline.
There's a kink in the link.
May have broken.
Boy, the chain gang is very strong. Somebody, is the guy turning green over there? Did he, I mean, is that the Incredible Hulk and the chain gang over there? I remember, the biggest thing I remember about chain gang story, Bubba Smith's career ended. He's pursuing a play to the sideline when he's a Baltimore Colt, gets caught up in the chain, blows his knee out. Oh. The guys didn't dump the chains fast enough, and Bubba Smith blew his knee out.
Well, there you see,
job, huh?
Quick fix-it job there.
I like it.
And Texas now will have it first and 10 at the 33. by Benton.
Well, this is vision, Bill. The cutback lane. The play is designed to start here. He cuts it back. Look at the backside blocking. That's what he sees. Cut it back. That's a beautiful cut against the grain. Nice.
This time it is Harris, and he stays with it right. Finally pushed out of bounds as Reeves is there for Iowa State. But it'll be a first and goal to go, I believe. Let's see. Yep.
Well, they're in the red zone again. So far, it's been the twilight zone. The red zone has been the twilight zone. Will they be able to finish? This is their fourth penetration to the red zone. So far, they have 3 points to show for it.
First and goal from the 10 for the Longhorns. Again, Newton follows his blockers. Leonard Washington makes the stop. And he goes to the 5, picks up half of it.
Watch the guard fold right here. Watch him come around the horn and lead Newton. Block back, fold, find a big fella, turn it up inside. Whoops. They got a little bit of a lane going for Newton, and he takes it down to the 5-yard line. Little misdirection. Iowa State player hurting.
That's Zach Sandvig is the senior from West Des Moines, Iowa, who is down. With Texas threatening here. Third quarter, 8:33 remaining. We'll take a brief timeout. Iowa State clinging to a 14-3 lead. We'll be right back.
For any cervical problems there in the neck. Hopefully,
7 at the 5 for Texas. Gilbert is 5 of 6 for 49 yards passing on this drive alone. He's got Newton back there. Trey gets it out of runs into his own man, though. Picks up a yard or two. Let's send it down to Jim Knox.
I tell you what, guys, there is some hitting going down on the field. They continue to check out Zach Sandvig right now. He's all right, guys. He's going to get back in, but they're just doing a little checking on his shoulder as well as his neck. So he's good to go. He'll be back in.
I think it might be one of those stingers, Knox, a little pinched nerve stinger type thing. And you're right, boy, they're cracking some plastic down there. Those pads are built.
Well, he's good to go. He's disguising it. Gilbert on 3rd and goal. Got a scramble. Got rid of it. Incomplete. He was nearly sacked, then tosses it, and now another 4th down situation, Dave, in the red zone.
Latimer had the pressure. Watch Latimer, number 48 from the backside, chasing him down. Get it out, dive at him, make him throw it off balance. Almost intercepted when he threw it late off balance. And here's the end of the play. Almost picked off. Sims again had the best opportunity for the football. And 4th opportunity in the red zone. If this field goal is good, they only put 6 points on the board in 4 red zone opportunities.
A 21-yard field goal attempt. And Tucker, he doesn't miss this one. Texas gets 3. But still, Iowa State got to tip your cap. A nice defensive effort. Pair of sacks, 3 tackles for loss. Congratulations to the 6'6" junior.
5 negative plays he forced against the #1 team in the country at the time. That dog will hunt big time.
Wisconsin going against Iowa today. Another big one there. Speaking of big ones, how about the Big 12 today? Oklahoma State, Nebraska still to go today in Stillwater. How did Nebraska react to their loss last week? And then Oklahoma, Missouri, 2 of 10 remaining unbeaten. Will hook up tonight in Columbia. Chantar Johnson fumbled the kickoff return. Hooks it up and then is stopped at the 11-yard line. FoxSportsSouthwest.com has the Big 12 covered. Log on now for daily updates on Texas and the others in the Southwest, as well as check out Big 12 Showcase and Big 12 Power Rankings every Monday. And, of course, the Texas Rangers with the World Series, the latest on them as well. That's FoxSportsSouthwest.com, the place for Big 12.
Another special teams gap. Can't handle the kickoff return smoothly. Put your team in negative field position.
Iowa State, 1st and 10 from its own 11. Passed it on out. for a second before he hangs on, gets out of bounds, and
he's going to make
Johnson attack.
He's going to make an appeal for multiple catches. Oh, one look, catch it a couple times. He used the motion man. You saw him come across the backfield. They're doing a good job against Texas. They're motioning across the backfield into about those shallow crosses. The linebackers getting deep balls and coming underneath those balls.
2nd and 5 from the 16. Gideon tackles him for Texas.
Again, Robinson, a proponent of the shortest distance between two dots, is a straight line. Here he comes, straight lining. The offensive line doing a tremendous job. Though look at the alley. Gideon is his first contact. That's at the 3rd level of the defense. He wasn't touched as he broke through the line of scrimmage. Nice crease up front. Good job, big fella.
Got 15 on that tote. 13 carries, 54 yards for the afternoon. 6:30 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. Iowa State 1st and 10. Arnott looking for a break. Steps in. And dives across midfield. Austin Arnott mentioned he came in with 1,100 plus yards rushing on his career. Shows you how he can get it done there before Ernest tackles him.
Well, nobody rallies to him. Look, everybody's dropping deep. Look at the linebackers drop. He sees all kinds of real estate. Nobody's able to get off blocks and rally to him before he can get into Texas side of the football field. Austin Arnott has plenty of foot speed.
22 yards on the game. 1st and 10 at the 47 of Texas.
What a flinch on the left side. Early start.
Before the play, false start on the offense. Number 77, 5-yard penalty. Remains
Alex
first down.
Alvarez, and once you're in this stance, you can't move, you can't flinch, you can't sneeze, you can't. Nope, that's a little flinch. Rocking back. And then he's saying, trying to trick him like I'm looking inside to get some information.
Here's to Iowa State's 2nd penalty of the day. Look at some of the numbers. They're not real impressive for Cyclones, but the turnover margin, they keep their penalties down. Those on the way, their kicking game. They creep in, don't they?
They don't beat themselves, Bill. They make the other team beat them.
Pitch and catch here is complete. And Vaccaro makes the tackle on Reynolds. Reynolds, who had their opening touchdown, an 18-yard reception. Off the chains to the 43-yard.
Paul Rhodes not happy on the sideline. Thought there was a little defensive face mask or something going on there. He was all over the official about the way his player was unceremoniously tackled.
2nd and 5 now for ISU. They've been able to avoid that 3rd and long, which has given them a lot more flexibility on their play calling. Texas this time. Flag is thrown.
They're going to call a hold on the backside on Iowa State. 1st down success leads to 3rd down success. Iowa State's done a pretty good job on 1st down, but that 2nd down play, there was a tackle for loss, and the hold to take it back further.
On the offense, number 75. That's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd half.
All of a sudden, the offensive line having issues. Back-to-back snaps. Alvarez flinches, and then Hicks grabs.
They've only averaged 47 yards a game in penalties. Just over 5 penalties per contest, but a couple here. Now, let's see if Texas doesn't come after it. 2nd down and 15 from the 48 of the Cyclones.
5 receivers, empty backfield.
Texas bringing numbers. Arnott escaped one. He was able to sidestep Ernest, but he was not Eddie Jones.
And that's exactly what Will Muschamp. Okay, they go empty. I'm going to get to the quarterback before Arnott can find anybody that might be breaking open. Here they come. Here comes the pressure. Bringing it on. One more than they can block. Get off the block and finish once you make the quarterback step up.
Jones, who had 8 tackles for loss coming in and 4 sacks. Big play there. 3rd and 18 now. Arnott. A wobbler. And it's complete. Williams. And it goes out of bounds.
Unbelievable. defender couldn't. The ball was underthrown by Arnaud, and the receiver finds the football. Watch along the sideline here. The receiver finds the football, and the defender can't. He can't make the play on the football as fast. That's just an excellent effort on a contested catch, using your body to box the defender out. That's like getting the offensive rebound or boxing out and getting the defensive rebound. Outstanding effort that time of a box-out job by Jake Williams.
47 yards on the play, and a 1st and 10 as the ball went out of bounds. Last touch, of course, last possessed by Iowa State.
Right, and that's the second time. Remember, Doc's coming back to help out on the first one. His receivers are helping him out with those contested catches.
And Arnaud got misconnected there with Darius Reynolds. He had 101 coverage and moved the wrong way. Christian Scott was covering there for Texas.
Okay, they're on the red zone right now, the 20-yard line. You know, I used to refer to it as an offensive play, the green zone. You don't think red, that's stop, green, go score. Defense should think red, offense should think green zone. Maybe that's what Texas has to start thinking, is green zone, and get that negative thought of red zone out of their mind.
Iowa State will have a 2nd and 10 now, 3:27 to go in the 3rd quarter, leading 14-6. Robinson tackles and just pushes it outside to the 15-yard line. Christian Scott, the tackler. Let's go back again and look at that catch by Jake Williams.
Jake Williams showing unbelievable body control. This kid is reliable, dependable. He's where he's supposed to be at all times. He comes up and uses his body beautifully. Ball security an issue, but fortunately for him, it rolls out of bounds.
That is 10-20 for 121 yards and a TD today. He's facing a 3rd and 5 here at the 15. Franklin and Williams are flanked to his right side. Going for 6 in the red zone. Touchdown, Iowa State! Amazing catch by Wentz. Wow.
Stunned by the Longhorn fans. Josh Lenz climbed the ladder. What a play. And an Iowa State injury at the 18-yard line. Slow to get up is Ben Lamont. You don't want to lose that big fella up front. But what a play by Lenz. My goodness.
Lenz, who had made 6 catches on the year coming in and 1 touchdown. Incredible grab there, and now Mahoney for the PAT. They'll try to make it 21-6. He does.
Boy,
A very quiet Austin, Texas.
You talk about an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, Iowa State, Texas comes down and gets in the red zone, settles for field goal. Iowa State goes touchdown. Check out Lenz in the slot. I mean, that's just a good route. Boy, that's just poor coverage. Underneath coverage thinks he has help over the top. It's just not tight enough between the 2 defenders in the middle of the football field. There's confusion there. He turns and says, you know, hey, it's Alphonse Gaston. I thought you had him. No, I thought you had him. Nobody has him. And Lenz says, I'm going to zero in on this one. He gets both feet down with possession. A little bit of a miscommunication that was going on in the secondary right there between Scott and Vaccaro.
And Arnaud gets his 2nd TD pass of the day. As Austin Arnaud gets his 10th touchdown pass of the season. Iowa State now with 2:42 to go in the 3rd quarter. Improve that lead to a 15-point game, 21-6.
And it's all red zone. 3 times in the red zone, 3 touchdowns for Iowa State. Texas in the red zone 4 times, only 2 field goals.
And Mahoney kicks it out. Here comes Monroe. And Monroe rambles right up the middle to near the 35-yard line. Don't forget NFL action coming up. NFL Sunday on Fox. Donovan McNabb leads the Redskins into Chicago to take on the Bears. Both teams looking to bounce back from tough losses to keep pace in their division. The Eagles, Titans, 49ers, Panthers, the Rams, Buccaneers. It all starts tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific with the Ford Fox NFL pregame show.
Titans, Eagles. Nice little matchup there.
Territory at the 35-yard line. This tackle by Benton allowed him to get the first down.
Yards after catch, yards after contact. He does both. Makes a good catch, and he's not finished. The fun's just started. Lower the shoulder, run him over. Good effort right there.
17 yards, and here come the Longhorns. Fake to Newton, play action. Gilbert wants to get back now. Kuykendall, the intended receiver, covered by Johnson.
Set it down on the field to play.
Let's check it out with Jim Knox.
All right, Bill, down on the Iowa State sidelines, I tell you what, every player just about up on the sidelines. Guys on the bench continue to high-five, and Paul Rhodes just went down the bench and just told his guys, keep winning the battle, keep winning the battle. They've been winning the battle all day so far, guys. It's going to be an excellent finish.
Well, they know, obviously, with the playing of what we showed you in the first half of Nebraska last year, they know their coach believes in them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's not a problem, regardless of what's happened the last couple of weeks. As Gilbert gets sacked on the play, and Latimer comes through, the big junior. Fort Scott, Kansas, 6'2", 245 makes the play. Now a negative situation for Texas on 3rd and long.
It's a competitive scenario at the defensive end position, and competition breeds excellence in performance. And Latimer is getting it done off the edge. Iowa State is starting to develop players where they can roll a number of players in at defensive end and keep people fresh.
Gilbert, 21 of 32 for 151 on a 3rd and 15. Scrambling here. Got him in. Complete at the 35. Gilbert looking for extra yardage. He had the first down. And then lost it. I think he got it back, though. Let's see it. Spotted right at the 35 where Sims finally brought him down.
There he is in the slot. He's going to find a little opening. Turns it in.
Texas.
Get up the football field for one last cut. And then he surges back. And he just barely crosses the 35-yard line, which he needed to do for the first down.
Goodwin moves the change. Huge play for Texas. Completely intercepted. Yep. Iowa State with the diving pick by Jeremy Reeves.
And you practice that every day defensively, the chip drill. When the ball is airborne, close on it and make a play on it. Reeves did exactly that. Gilbert is going to split his receiver's hands, and the ball is airborne, and it's picked off. Mike Davis could not make a play on the football. It comes out of Gilbert's hand pretty hot. Davis gets 2 hands on it, splits his hands, and when it's airborne, it's anybody's ball. And I'll tell you what, you talk about opportunistic. Reeves makes the play. That's the 2nd turnover of the game. 2 interceptions for Texas.
You see that rapid 17 turnovers they forced now. Iowa State were the national leaders. And 2 picks off of Gilbert today. And Gilbert now with 7 interceptions on the season to just 4 touchdown passes. As Acho makes the tackle on Robinson on this play.
Yeah, it's starting to go 2-to-1 the wrong way. You want to be 2-to-1, at least 2-to-1 touchdown over interception, not 2-to-1 the opposite direction, which it's leaning toward now.
Iowa State, Arnott, 11-22. He's got the 2 TD tosses and no picks so far.
That's the key. No mistakes, and he's made plays.
Facing a 2nd and 7 from the 30. This one is complete to Lenz. He scoots to the 45. Flag is tossed as he goes into Texas territory. And
they get Franklin for doing something down the field illegally?
It has to be, doesn't it?
I didn't see anything on the sideline. I think Franklin was trying to get involved and throw a block down the field. I don't know if they caught him for illegal block.
Nice play by Lenz. He made Aaron Williams miss on the tackle attempt. Let's see if it'll stand.
Pass interference on the offense. Number 88. Player was blocking downfield. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
That is Franklin.
Repeat 2nd down.
I thought he did something after the catch, but it was before the catch. They call him for OPI, offensive pass interference, and Paul Rhodes can't believe it.
I'd say he's a little upset with the call.
Boy, that's not only the yardage penalty. Wow. You take the yards of the play away. That's a 25, 30-yard penalty right there.
So it pushes them back to their 15-yard line. 2nd and 22. Wow. That's at least a 35-yard penalty right there, counting the take the yards away that Lutz got after making a miss on the sideline. Yeah, because he was to, I think, the 48.
Yeah, something like that.
Of Texas.
He's approaching midfield.
able to shed tacklers. It's hard to get a good straight-on hit on him. Acho finally brings him down here as that ends the third quarter. And Iowa State trying to pull off a stunner in Austin. The Cyclones on top after 3. You're watching Big 12 College Football Saturday presented by Phillips Television's 21-6 Iowa State. Start calling it the green zone to go. They've really struggled there today.
Well, in Iowa State, 3 opportunities, 3 touchdowns. They take full advantage. Texas, 4 opportunities. That's 28 points potentially. They have settled for 6. They have left 22 points on the field of play in the red zone. Difference in this football game right there.
Some nervous Longhorn fans here in Austin as we start the fourth quarter. And Texas trailing by 15. Iowa State with the football. The 3rd and 17 from its own 20-yard line. Here's video board screaming, make noise to the crowd. Trying to get them back into it. And now. Incomplete or intercepted. It is intercepted. That's an INT by Keenan Robinson. Arnaud holding his left hand close to his arm or to his body. He may have suffered a shoulder injury there.
Yeah, he's hanging that left shoulder, and we saw that we had the Kansas State game, and he got injured in that game. He got taken in for X-rays. Let's see what happens in conclusion here. He gets hit and gets hit the other direction, kind of gets sandwiched. He looked ricochet after the defensive lineman. Unbelievably athletic play by a fantastic athlete. Man, that's Keenan Robinson. That looks like a defensive back the way he changed direction in space and made a great catch.
How the momentum can turn.
Hands, the pressure is there. Back-to-back turnovers, interception, forced fumble. Here comes the pressure after Gilbert. They get after him off the edge. And it's tipped up. And boy, you saw a golden goalpost there for a second, did McDonough. But the guy that made the hit, Latimer separates Gilbert from the ball off the helmet. It hits the dome right to McDonough. I mean, it bounced right off the helmet of David Snell, the center.
Back-to-back turnovers, and you flip the field as Iowa State now has it 1st and 10 on the 40 of Texas. And Robinson sheds a tackler as he pushes it to the 34-yard line where Vaccaro meets him.
Okay, these turnovers are starting to get eerily similar to what I saw in Lincoln. I mean, Nebraska, all of a sudden, turning it over 8 times. Here comes Texas in the second half. It's a grease pig. They're turning the football over. Iowa State is gaining confidence.
You see 9th in the Big 12 at 140-plus rushing in the day. They're at 134 as we just started the 4th quarter. Robinson getting the bulk of that. 2nd and 5 from the 34. Robinson again. Skips and hops and moves his way down to the 27 with Sam Acho. Makes the stop.
I've got a lot of respect for what Iowa State's coaching staff and players have done. They give up 68 to Utah. They get shut out 52-0. Instead of getting their daubers down and lying down in a fetal position and quitting, they dust themselves off, get up, and fight. I mean, they pull their bootstraps up and say, let's keep going after this. I mean, unbelievable effort by everybody.
A chance to get a huge score if they can complete this drive after the back-to-back turnovers. At the 27, 1st and 10. Again, Robinson, huge hole, and he again dives to the 20-yard line. Dustin Lewis makes the tackle.
Ron Robinson continues to be the hammer. 87 tough yards, 19 carries, a lot of them between the tackles. And Iowa State was hopeful that they could run the football between the tackles. And after watching what Texas did to Nebraska last week, made you wonder. But I'll tell you what, took the cap on the offensive line for Iowa State. And it starts with Lamont.
Iowa State 277 yards of offense. Texas only gives up 245 a game. Robinson says, forget it! Touchdown, Cyclones!
Hit him right in the underbelly. Paul Rhodes can't believe it. He can't believe it. I mean, he is so proud again of his football team. He's so proud to be their football coach right now. There's no question about that. And the Texas stands are in disbelief. This could be the first time back-to-back losses at home in Austin since 1997.
Mahoney for the PAT. And yes, Robinson believes it. This crowd doesn't believe it. A 20-yarder right up the gap.
Here's to you, Mr. Robinson. Wow. Up the gut, and it starts with Lamont. Ben Lamont handled the interior of the defensive line, and Robinson was off to the races. What? Watch Keyston Randall get handled by Lamont here. These two have these two, and they do a nice job. And then you have to squeeze it on the backside, because watch Robinson cut it back. Wash it all away, cut back, gone. Unbelievable effort up front. The Iowa State Cyclones have taken control of the line of scrimmage.
Mahoney to boot it off. A 22-point lead. And Monroe is explosive. Can't explode from out of the end zone. And Iowa State defense today has answered.
Well, they really have. I mean, red zone interception by O'Connell. Then try to separate from the football. Didn't quite get it done, but the hit makes a statement. Deflection, interception on the Reeves gets it done. And then hit the quarterback, force the fumble, and recover the football. Latimer forces the fumble, and McDonough comes up with the ball big time.
There's your rushing. Iowa State 168 to 92 over Texas. And the turnovers obviously are huge.
Yep.
Gilbert. Almost another pick. It was intended for Goodwin, and Leonard Johnson is saying, oh, if I'd have had that.
Man, Leonard
Fans
Johnson
are booing, Dave.
And they're booing and leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, some are leaving the stadium and some are starting to boo. And boy, if all the footballs that Iowa State has had their hands on, I mean, if they had better ball security and ball skills on some of these balls that are airborne, it could have been a worse game for Gilbert.
2nd and 10. Got plenty of time here. Incomplete and nearly picked off again. Childs juggled it. That was a catchable ball.
Well, what you have going on here, Sims almost comes up with another one. Trust between your wide receiver and quarterback. If your quarterback, if they're not going to catch the football, it splits his hands, hits him right in the head. And Sims can't come up with a deflection. I mean, Garrett Gilbert is looking for somebody that's going to catch the ball with regularity for him. His receivers want him to throw the ball more accurately. I mean, they're taking turns on being just enough off where it's totally out of sync.
And now a 3rd and 10. Gilbert. Got a man open here. Complete to Childs. He suffers a hammering blow and then still hangs on. Now is tackled at the 32-yard line. And 2 players are down. One for Iowa State at the first point of impact. And then Childs very slow before he pops up.
Well, that was the hitter. The hitter on Childs became the hitee. I mean, Childs is struggling, and the blow that was delivered, man, you know, look, he's already got something, a cast of some sort on his left arm. Watch this play. Childs, a former quarterback, very athletic. Boom! That's a helmet to helmet. Man, Sims is the one, and the other Cyclone that hit is on the field.
Michael O'Connell, I believe. We'll get it all sorted out when we come back. Iowa State up to 8-6. Tromping UCLA, Boise State, Auburn, TCU, 10 unbeaten starting the day. The Big 12 well represented. Missouri and Oklahoma State, along with OU, are the 2 other unbeatens from the Big 12 conference.
They have half the conference in the top 22. Not too bad.
So OU and Missouri play today. Oklahoma State takes on Nebraska this afternoon. Texas following that huge play, 1st and 10, and here's Gilbert using the feet. Breaking tackle before he gets out of bounds on the Longhorn sideline, but inside the 30, and Latimer had the pressure on him there, as it'll be a 2nd down coming up here for Texas.
Michael O'Connell had checked out of the football game for one snap. He's back in the game. He's back in the football game. There he is right there. O'Connell is back in the game at the safety position. So that's one tough customer. He has a cast on that left hand. He has a thumb injury. He's tough.
They brought in Earl Brooks just for the moment. Gilbert goes back. Gets it to Davis, and Davis stays in bounds inside the 20. That'll move the chains for the Longhorns as A.J. Klein makes the tackle.
Great block by Childs. Watch number 5 throw the block right here. There it is. Take the defender to the turf. Good block by Childs. Gets Davis in space with an opportunity to make something happen. But look at Iowa State pursuit. 5 people running to the football.
Texas needing 3 scores, trying to get a quick one here. Still got time, 11:20 to go. And end zone. There's one. Touchdown, Childs, and the Longhorns pick up a quick 6.
Going for 2. They're going to try to get points as quickly as they can. Gilbert flirting with the line of scrimmage once again. He has a great awareness where he is on the football field. Here's the route. Wide open in the back of the end zone. Coverage broken. Right down the middle of the football field. And Gilbert does a good job of buying time and space with his feet. And as he advanced toward the line of scrimmage, got rid of the football. Knew where he was.
Garrett Gilbert hits John Childs, a 17-yard TD strike, and Texas will go for 2 here. 28-12. Receivers to the right side. Gilbert looking that way. They keep it now. He's still got a man in the end zone. No, let's go for a score. 2 more for the Longhorns.
There you are, using the feet. That was totally spontaneous. He used his feet to buy himself time and space on the touchdown throw, then used his feet to score the 2-point conversion. It's crazy legs, Gilbert. Now look at it. Step up, find some space, touchdown. Now use your feet. Take it in, young man. Get inside the pylon.
2-score game.
How about that? Crazy legs, Gilbert. Says, okay, I'm going to create some space and time, and there comes Childs. It's not exactly how you draw it up, but the route and all that was, but the quarterback, Gilbert, had to improvise a little bit. He created and extended the play. Nice job by the quarterback, finding his receiver.
So Gilbert gets his first TD pass after 2 picks today. You notice that last line there, 3 of 5, 74 yards passing, the 6 rushing yards. But Dave, what they needed was a quick score. It took 1 minute, 31 seconds to go 80 yards.
Exactly, and now you don't go onside kick here. You have to kick it away and have your defense step up and get one of their patented 1, 2, 3 and outs.
Here's the kickoff. Taken at the 5-yard line. Wow. Lenz. 35, Lenz. Great return for a Phillips Television game break. Let's now go to Darren Horton.
Bill, we're not the only ones with an upset in the making. In Evanston, number 7 Michigan State trailed by as many as 17. Kirk Cousins hits Martell. The Spartans have now gotten it down to 6.
The Spartans having all they can handle today. Here, a 46-yard return by Lenz. Let's see if Iowa State can move a little clock. Will they already become a little more conservative as far as trying to run versus pass?
Yeah, or they stay with their game plan to be balanced and try to score again.
They go Robinson. They couldn't stop him last time. Remember, he had the exchange of the turnovers. They got the ball on the 40. He had all the yards for the touchdown following that.
Yeah, and it all starts with his guys up front. Robinson limping off the field. He's got a chronic foot problem, and he just aggravated it right there.
So Robinson takes off and Jeff Wood returns.
Robinson, after the Oklahoma game, or the game before the Utah game, he was on crutches after the game. They were worried about his ability to play. He came back and practiced hard all week. He's a tough cookie.
Yeah, he played with Oklahoma, 7 carries and 39 yards. He's been over the 100-yard mark here today. Very impressive. 2nd and 1. And Woody was short. I'd like to congratulate the Texas Rangers winning the American League pennant last night. Wow, what an accomplishment in the World Series for the first time against either the Giants or the Phils. Tonight, the Phillies will try to force a Game 7 as they meet San Francisco. Catch it on Fox, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. It's the NLCS only on Fox.
What about a 50-year anniversary, 50th year in existence? Senators initially, and now the Rangers. Congratulations, Texas Rangers.
Unbelievable atmosphere up in Arlington last night. Here's Woody trying to push forward. I don't know, Dave. We'll see where they spot the football.
Is it the upfield foot or the downfield foot? Is it his right or left foot? Ooh, that's tight.
I think he's short.
And if he is, does Paul Rhodes say, we're going for it? Or does he play field position and try to bury it deep? He's going for it. He's saying my offensive line the whole day has controlled the line of scrimmage. I believe in you guys. And let's move the chains and melt more track.
9-14, 13, ticket on a 4th and slightly more than a foot.
Trying to get him to jump. He goes on the center. Trying to get him to jump, and they're not going to do it. He tried to get the hard count to get him to jump off sides and get a first down by penalty. And Texas didn't bite.
So he calls the timeout. Or do they take the delay game?
Boy, if they didn't get the timeout done in time, they just marked off penalty on him.
Wow.
Didn't get the timeout done in time. Well, this gives the punter more field position. Yeah, more field position to work with. So, you know, they're going to they'll kick it right up the elevator shaft and try to down it inside the 5-yard line.
Vanderkamp has shown the ability to hit the big time. When you put it in the corner here. Out of bounds. Always tricky where they mark it. They're going to mark it near the 30, I think.
10.
Oh, the 10, I beg your pardon. So nicely done that time by Vanderkamp. We'll be right back. The Longhorns, ranked number 19, they got back in the rankings after being out following those back-to-back losses. The win at Nebraska brings them back in. And here's Iowa State trying to pull off the upset. But Texas still has plenty of time. 8:32 to go. And first and 10 from the 10. And let's send it down to Knoxon.
All right, Bill, just on the Texas sidelines, Dakari Pearson, a quality control coach and a former Longhorn player, just went down, carted to the locker room. Heat exhaustion. That's what they're telling us. You know, Mac Brown talking to him yesterday was hoping the Heat would get to the Iowa State players, not his team, much less their coaches.
Yeah, you know, a lot of emotion down there. You got to hydrate. Well, you got to keep the fluids.
Jim brings up a good point. How fresh is Iowa State? Can they withstand Texas here in the final stages? Pitch and catch there, completes for first and 10. On the reception, Malcolm Williams, a junior from Garland, Texas, beats Leonard Johnson. And Williams.
Well, Texas felt like they had the depth, the home field advantage, more speed. The weather would be an advantage for them. And so far, even though Malcolm Williams makes the play, it hasn't helped them as much as they anticipated.
Oh, nearly picked off, read perfectly by the defender. That was Johnson. He saw Gilbert zeroed in on the receiver and went right for the football.
Right on. Gilbert just locks on his receiver. And all he does is just bail out of underneath coverage and undercut the route and almost pick the football off. That's about the 6th ball I can remember Iowa State had a legitimate chance of intercepting on top of the ones they have intercepted.
Yeah, Gilbert's had 2 picks today. Here he is to throw it on 2nd and 10. Complete again to the sideline.
Paul Rhodes is saying no, he was juggling it. Paul Rhodes trying to sell no possession with the foot in bounds.
Kirkendall, the receiver.
Let's see, does he have full possession? With the foot in, definitely has the feet, and he has the ball. That's a good catch.
3rd is short. And Neal makes the tackle on Gilbert, but he moves the chain. So a reset, the clock will start again. Stop for the moment at 7:45. And Texas down 14.
State going for it on 4th and a foot, punt it because he has confidence in his defense. Will they live up to it?
Gilbert, good protection, goes to the underneath man, picks up a couple, and to the 38-yard line before Knott makes the tackle. First and 10 line brought to you by Phillips Televisions.
And once again, what an unbelievable effort by defensive coordinator Wally Burnham, his staff, and his players, making Texas earn everything.
Play action here. Gilbert steps up. He's got room to run. Going to throw it instead. And drills it across to the 30-yard line. First and 10 again in Iowa State territory. Childs the receiver. And it'll set up a first down at the 37-yard line of the Cyclones.
Sims has the body slam. Gilbert buys time and space again. Completion. Sims says, that's it. Use it the turf, Childs.
Incomplete, looking for Kirkendall. Covering on the play that time was Reeves.
Have an injured Longhorn slow to get up right here. I mean, that one you don't want to see that, as it's Mitchell, big right tackle. They picked up the blitz very well. Iowa State came with the double barrel inside blitz of linebackers, and Texas sorted it out. Watch the blitz in the middle here, and watch them and watch Texas sort it out. A little blood cross, pick it right up. Can't complete the football. Great coverage.
On the knee area of Mitchell, senior out of Kilgore, Texas.
Sometimes you get caught up in those piles, you know, and bodies are falling around you, and you get twisted and turned, and, you know, guys his size aren't Gumby. They're not that flexible. Let's take a look. Watch what happens. Let's see particularly what happens with his lower body here as he gets in a pile up. Here they come, and it takes the legs out. It's like, you know, make that spare. Bowling ball comes low, takes his pins out from under him, but they got those knee braces on. It's a good thing those knee braces are proactive. You know, they prevent injury. And if he didn't have those braces on, he may have a lot bigger problem than he has right now.
He is helped off as a concern. Mac Brown looks on. Trey Hopkins replaces him. Hopkins, freshman from Galena Park, Texas, North Shore High School, 6'4", 297. And Texas with a second down. And Gilbert in trouble. Sometimes that's his best work. This one, Johnson with the interception. Was he inbounds? Yes. Possession, Iowa State. Hold everything. A flag back at the 40.
Well, Texas must have said something down the field to the official that ruled interception through his flag. So Childs must have reacted to the call of saying that it was an interception. So there were multiple flags here. This has got to be sorted out. And did he have full possession of the football before he went out of bounds?
Yeah, I'm sure that, of course, remember, every play's under review. They'll be looking at that, too. So a lot of things to consider before we move forward here.
Let's see if Johnson has full possession of the football. Gilbert just throws this thing up for grabs. Catch, right foot in bounds. That's a good call. Catch, possession, and had his right foot down.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation on the offense. More than 4 in the backfield. That penalty is declined. After the interception, unsportsmanlike conduct. 22 on the defense. That penalty defense half the distance. First down, Iowa State.
Well, they called it on Iowa State. Yeah. He was the one that had something to say. Johnson gets the interception, though, at this point. They've had time to look at it. To me, it looked like he made the catch, got his right foot down with possession of the football, and Gilbert just tried to extend and create a play again, just kind of threw it up for grabs. Johnson catch, right foot definitely in. All you have to have is one foot in college football. He goes to the ground, has control of the football. Good call.
So Iowa State with that penalty, taking half the distance to goal now. They'll line up. Look at the backfield. In the end zone, Arnaud. And Robinson is back up. Skips and jumps, gets it out to the 5-yard line that time, where Keenan Robinson makes the tackle. As Robinson again over the century mark today. 100 downs.
Now remember, the last time they were backed up like this on first down, they went to Franklin. They may go to Franklin, the tight end, at any time here after a little play action pass.
Robinson's best running day of the season for Iowa State. 2nd and 9. spurts forward, picks up a couple more. It'll be 3rd and down as you take a look. What's at stake? Eddie Jones making the tackle. The Big 12 North. Of course, Missouri is the leader, pending their game with Oklahoma tonight in Columbia. Kansas State and Baylor going at it today. Nebraska tries to rebound against Oklahoma State. Iowa State trying to get to 500 with a victory here.
Well, if Iowa State could go 500 in the conference and 500 overall, and in back-to-back years beat Nebraska and Lincoln and Texas and Austin, wow, what a start for Paul Rhodes.
Rhodes, this is second year, 10-10 overall coming in here today. Again, on the ground with Robinson. And 5:18 to go, and the clock stopped. Timeout, Texas. Well, that gives us a moment to take a look at the Big 12 South. As we mentioned, Oklahoma #1 in the BCS, and rival Oklahoma State also 2-0. They have Nebraska this afternoon. There's Baylor, Texas, Texas Tech, and Texas A&M, the real mystery team as they go to Kansas tonight.
And if Baylor wins this football game, they have Kansas State and win their 6th game. They're in a bowl game. They're both qualified. Robert Griffin is the guy. He's the straw that stirs the drink for the Baylor Bears. No question about it. Very, very capable. You talk about a guy that can extend and create plays. That's what Robert Griffin is all about.
That should be a great matchup against Kansas State. And look, the last Baylor Bowl appearance, the '94 Alamo Bowl. Wow, they are hungry for postseason. Up in Waco, Griffin gives them an opportunity.
And Paul Rhodes right there. How about his first season? Wins 7 games, including the Insight Bowl, 14-13 over Minnesota. Gets all those extra practices, and he's the first rookie head coach to have 7 wins since 1907 at Iowa State.
Vanderkamp out of his own end zone. Texas trying to set up for a return. And a fair catch is called and taken safely at the 40. Curtis Brown, and Texas gets it back now with 5:14 to go, still down 14 after a 47-yard kick by Vanderkamp.
And as you can see, you know, Paul Rhodes is trying to play field position. You know, he decided to back Texas up. Texas punched it out of there a little bit. Gilbert's interception ended up being almost like a punt. I mean, it was that kind of swing and field position. You don't want it to go that way, obviously, though. You don't want to turn the football over. Now they're getting the ball close to the midfield. Yards don't win games, points do.
You see that 24, that's the magic number for Iowa State. 9-0 when they hold their opponents under that. Gilbert goes to work again. Incomplete. Childs, the nearest receiver, and Benton covering in the area.
And this is a tough dynamic for the Texas offense. The offensive line is not built to pass block every single snap. And you have an offense that's struggling to find their identity and get a rhythm, and they have to play from behind and throw it too much. You can't be balanced anymore. You have to throw the football.
Mitchell's return now for Texas on that offensive line. 2nd and 10. And Gilbert gets Davis across the 45 and the 6-yard line. A.J. Klein makes the tackle. Davis, their leading receiver on the day, reception-wise. Childs with 117 needs more yards. Davis 7 catches, 45 yards today.
Big 3rd down right here for both football teams.
4:38 and counting. 3rd and 5. He got it. Goodwin is always able to be a long-distance threat.
Well, he almost spit the bit here. Catches it, and then look, starts juggling it. Wow, and holds on. O'Connell almost blew him up as he was juggling the football.
O'Connell made the tackle. And 1st and 10. Gilbert right across the middle. Complete to Kirkendall. He's down inside the 17-yard line. Around the 15 where David Sims makes the tackle. Texas has life again.
Here it is, the red zone. You'd almost prefer to be outside the red zone and score. They're in the red zone again. This is the 5th time I can remember at least 4. They've only got 2 field goals in those red zone opportunities prior to this.
22-yard pickup puts him in this position. Gilbert got all day. Looking in the end zone and incomplete, intended for Kirkendall. Reeves, the cover man. That stops the clock with 3:59 remaining.
Well, it's obvious who he has the most confidence in right now. Kirkendall. The last 2 snaps, when he had to have a play, he went to Kirkendall. On that play, I thought he forced it to Kirkendall. He had other places he could have gone with the football, but he feels the most trust right now with Kirkendall.
33 of 52, 335 for Gilbert.
3 interceptions, though.
Scrambling again. Gilbert, he steps out of bounds, stops the clock at near the 14 where Jake Knott was there.
3 interceptions for Gilbert. Iowa State, multiple drops of other potential interceptions. And everybody's, Gilbert's rolling away from the side of the football field where he may have had an opportunity. It was all plastered to the short side of the field that he rolled to. Iowa State was all over the receivers down the field there.
Gilbert was able to survive 2 interceptions against Texas Tech this year. He threw for 227 and 2 touchdowns. Can he bring them back here in the end zone? Just missing with Kirkendall.
Paul Rhodes threw his hat on the field all over the official, jumping the official on the far sideline, still barking at him. During the course of the play, threw his hat on the field of play. And the official had to know that he was right because he didn't throw his flag. That ball just a little bit too long and a little bit too much heat. Paul Rhodes still getting a piece of it.
Now, 4th down and 9 at the 14. Gilbert, they bring it. He escapes. No, he has the football. Ohio State's recovered, and a flag is thrown.
Latimer was offsides. 48 in the white jersey was in the neutral zone before the snap of the football. Going to be another play.
Offside on the defense. Number 38. The 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
I think it's 40. I think it's Latimer on the edge. It's 38. I'm not 48. Okay. Oh, it is at the top. It's 38. He comes. Watch. He comes early. There it is. He's definitely a snap early. And
it makes a little bit of a difference.
Oh, yeah. He had absolutely no opportunity to make the play as Kyle hits in protection.
So Iowa State gives Texas another opportunity. It's 4th down and 4. They're at the 9-yard line. They'll be going for 6. Malcolm Williams, touchdown, Texas, yes! Texas takes advantage of the penalty. We're not done yet.
I'll tell you what, you're talking about a guy that is long, tall and long. I mean, Malcolm Johnson is, this guy has superstar written all over him. He's Malcolm Williams, I'm sorry, he's very inconsistent though. Malcolm Williams will make a catch like that and he'll drop an easy football. But boy, as tall and long as he is, what a target.
Texas with the point after is good. That is key as well to make it 28-21. And the Longhorns come right back again.
Malcolm Williams, 6'3", 225 pounds. Watch him climb the ladder here. Long arms, verticality. Oh, catches the ball at the apex, gets the body down. Boy, it was the left hand down before another body part came down. Now, the left hand has to be in bounds. I think that was the first thing to touch the ground. His body definitely crashed to the turf with possession. As he goes airborne, transfers left foot, down before left hand in as well, and left forearm. That's a great play. That's a touchdown. Malcolm Williams, take a bow. Big time effort right there. Body control extraordinaire.
First TD reception of the year, and it keeps Texas breathing here with 3:15 to go. And do they onside? They still got, what, 2 timeouts to work with?
2 timeouts and the number 4 defense in the country coming in. Do you have confidence your defense can stop it? I think that you get deep and give your defense a chance. An onside kick, because right now it's not a surprise.
First time out.
Iowa State executed it with an element of surprise. There's no surprise in it right now, and the percentages of recovering it when there's not a surprise element diminish.
Wheels are turning. Timeout Cyclones here. Take another look at that touchdown pass. Gilbert to Malcolm Williams.
Boy, he runs a nice route, finds the football, and look at the timing and the body control. Catches it at the apex. Gets almost his entire body down in the back corner of the end zone. Outstanding effort. I mean, the coverage isn't bad whatsoever. Yeah. But, you know, you have such a height disadvantage there. You know, fighting for the football. Leonard Johnson is, you know, just he can't compete at that kind of height. He's 5'10".
Paul Rhodes sweating one out here in Austin. His ball club had been up 28-6 to start the in the first 30 seconds of the fourth quarter. Robinson breaks through the 20-yard run, and then 28-6. Texas goes in 131 and 80 yards and scores at 11-16 to make it a 14-point game. And now, with 3:15 to go, they're back within a touchdown.
They squib kick.
Picked up by Lenz, 25. North Texas trying to strip the ball. Lenz hangs on, and they'll have it at the 27. How about Robinson? His best day of the season for Alexander Robinson.
Again, here's to you, Mr. Robinson. I mean, catch it out of the backfield, run the option for a touchdown, and then he'll start creasing you between the tackles. He can do it all. Excellent route runners, like having a wide receiver in the backfield, but this is where he damaged Texas the most. Right up the gut between the tackles. Punished him. Touchdown and powerful runs right up the heart of the defense.
Woody is in now as Robinson looks on with a season high 120 yards. Numbers of that football with Jeff Woody. And Arnaud is going to keep the football, and he might have surprised some folks because he takes it right up the middle, picks up a couple. Gets to near the 30 where Christian Scott makes the tackle.
Well, now will Iowa State get after it and try to move the chains and generate a first down, and Lamach is down. Lamach was fighting it earlier, came back in the football game, and now he's down again. And in my opinion, you're looking at the MVP of this football game. This kid has been dynamite at the center position. It all starts with him. He handles the ball every snap, and he has done an unbelievable job on Keyston Randall. And right now, it doesn't look like he's happy about what's going on with that left knee. Let's see what happens to Lamach right here again. Snaps the football, power steps, and he's going to get caught up in a pile. And there it is. He gets bent over backwards, and I've done that, and that's not a pleasant feeling. You have no control over it. The pile starts to collapse on your backside, and you just fall over, and look at him get bent over backwards. Very athletic, but your body is not built to bend like that.
So Lamach is down, stops the clock with 2:54 to play. And Iowa State will have a 2nd down and 7 as coming on. The backup center will they'll slide Alvarez, who plays some guard as well.
And he's wiping his hands off. This is key. You know, don't diminish this. First center quarterback exchange in this football game is a pivotal time. Now what has to happen is Arnaud has to ride him a little longer, make sure the snap, don't pull out of there, and then with the shotgun, make sure that you don't overcook it when you snap it back there.
2nd down and 7. Alvarez from Big City, Texas, will have nothing better than to get a win in his home state against the nation's 19th ranked team, the Longhorns of Texas. Hand off to Woody. Woody breaks a tackle. Got the first down. That will move the chains with 2:29 to go.
Huge. Again, right between the tackles. Iowa State's game plan was to be able to run the ball between the tackles on Texas. Look at old Alvarez. Snap and get a nice block, and Woody just runs right off his tail. That's the way to work it, big fella. Slide inside a spot and handle the pressure like that. Nice job, Alvarez.
Justin Ernest missed the tackle on that play. Remember, Emmanuel Acho's been out today with a knee injury. Texas has just been whipped many times by Iowa State. Now Woody breaks another. I beg your pardon. They fake to him, and the keep by Arnaud, and he takes it to the 44-yard line. Don't forget, coming up later, Arizona State and Cal. 30 Eastern, as well as A&M and Kansas tonight for the Big 12 up in Lawrence. It's 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Check your local listings for college football Saturday. That clock is ticking. 1:32 to go.
It's the enemy of the Longhorns. The best friend of the Cyclones right now is the clock.
2nd and 5 from the 44. To Woody. He died short of the first down, and now the timeout will be called. Texas has 1 remaining. Look at the fans, their expressions tell you all you need to know. Great pictures.
Yep, and it's 3rd and makeable for Iowa State, right where they've been all day. Success on 1st down leads to success on 3rd down.
Big 12 action today. This is the first of some great matchups, including Nebraska against unbeaten Oklahoma State, Kansas State and Baylor. You mentioned Baylor going for a bowl game. Colorado, Dan Hawkins fighting for his job out there. A&M and Kansas, we've discussed which A&M team, they get it going. And Kansas has been struggling, and Oklahoma, Missouri, of course, the marquee game.
And will Missouri's defense hold up against Oklahoma? I was totally impressed with what they did down at College Station. Missouri's defense giving up just over 10 points a game on the season. I mean, will they be able to handle those Sooner weapons?
Iowa State today over the 200-yard rushing mark against the nation's number 20 team against the run. They've only been allowing 107 per game. Cyclones have had it go their way. Now, 3rd and 1. Arnott, second effort, did not get it. Texas will call timeout here with 1:09 to go.
Well, Will Muschamp said, I'm bringing everybody. I'm going to run blitz. I'm going to bring them all. And I'm going to hit every gap, and you're not going to be able to move us off the line of scrimmage. I mean, he just went for it. He went for the gusto. And watch Texas all come downhill. They're all going to hit the line of scrimmage, run blitz, get after it, knock them backwards. That's the Great Wall of China right there in those orange jerseys. You're not going to move them. It's immovable objects. It starts at the defensive and offensive line, and Texas reestablished the line of scrimmage backwards on that one. Will Muschamp said that's the way to get it started. D-line, let our linebackers come downhill and make the hit. Big, big play. The last 2 games in Austin, his defense, Will Muschamp, gave up over 200 yards rushing to UCLA and over 200 yards to Iowa State. It's the only time it's happened this year, and it's happened at home. Back-to-back games, and they're in danger of losing back-to-back games for the first time since 1997.
That is a head-scratcher as Curtis Brown retreats. You see Vanderkamp, who's been putting it at 47 yards a game. Texas is out of timeouts. But watch out with the return game. You never know. Trying to put it out of bounds so he doesn't get one, and he gets a nice bounce. It'll be inside the 10. We'll see. Yep, right at the 10-yard line. So Texas, 90 yards, 101 to work with. No timeouts.
Now, what are the gadget plays? You know, what do you have in your arsenal that you haven't used yet? I mean, you work on every single situation. This is the 1-minute drill. You practice the 1-minute drill. You practice the 2-minute drill. You practice the 4-minute drill when you have the lead in the football game. You have to go 90 yards for a touchdown with your that's no good. You have no timeouts.
Gilbert's thrown for 344 yards today, a career high, but 3 interceptions have hurt him. Steps up here. He was sacked on the play. Remember, the clock's still moving. Latimer with the tackle. A huge play.
I'll tell you, those young defensive ends have made a statement.
And look how long it's taken Williams to get back to the line of scrimmage, one of his receivers. Now Gilbert from his own end zone. Throws it away. Stops the clock with 35 seconds to go. So they got it with, what, 101? Yep. And already 26 seconds have been expired on 2 plays.
Well, Majid and Latimer, the 2 defensive ends, 38 and 48. They're on the football field right now. 2 speed rushers right here. They have given the Texas offensive tackles fits. These young guys are grown up.
3rd and 15. Gilbert scrambling here. Just unloads it. Stops the clock with 28 seconds. So now it's 4th and 15 from the 5. So just to extend the game, they need to get to the 20-yard line.
And the Iowa State Cyclones, you can't say enough about their determination, their endurance. I mean, they came down here after 2, I mean, not just losses, devastating losses. Yeah. And they had just come out on this football field today and played every snap hard.
They need one more stop. 4th and 15 for Gilbert from the end zone. Incomplete, and Iowa State is going to knock off the Texas Longhorns.
How about Coach? Look at Coach Paul Rhodes. Grabs his head like, we did it again. I can't believe this. Right there, look at it. He's overcome with emotion right there. Look at this. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's why you coach this game of football. I mean, his kids rose up. I mean, they just rose up for this football game to come on the road and to do it 2 years in a row. You do it in Lincoln, Nebraska, and then you come to Austin, Texas, two of the most historic and tradition-rich places to go in college football. And to knock Big 12 opponents like that off is incredible.
And the victory formation for Austin Arnaud, and that will do it. Wow. Iowa State upsets Texas. Amazing here in Austin. As Paul Rhodes is congratulated by Mac Brown, the Longhorns fall to 4-3. The Cyclones are 500 at 4-4 and 2-2. And after falling to Oklahoma last week 52-0, Utah the week before hammered them. They come back and knock off